I wish I had recorded that because that was pretty good. But now the recording is on, and
Recorded
nobody
what?
will ever know
Thing?
what the funny thing was.
No. Let him wonder.
Yeah. Hello and welcome back to Shadowrun, where we will be running in the shadows tonight in this very, very special session. It's not special at all. It's actually just a regular session. I just made that up. See, that's how I set expectations. And now all you can do is be disappointed. So I'm very smart at doing that. Unless it was the other way around that you're supposed to do it. In which case, well, you know, I might just be very bad at what I do.
I'm sure people come to see me anyways. Yeah.
Tonight we are doing a mission that was advertised as being Black Box Recovery. And the fixer for this mission is not the usual Patrice. It is Nemo, who is part of a faction that I was longing to introduce many sessions ago, but you just didn't pick the one mission that he had offered. And so now
Steampunk faction?
Yeah, exactly. The steampunk faction in Paris, which is very essential and core to the main storyline of the campaign, but whatever!
Oh,
Hints, DM. Give us hints!
Are we going to meet Abraham Lincoln, steampunk vampire hunter?
Well, you know, when I say it's going to be essential to the campaign, I mean, like, there's no set storyline for the campaign, but it is...
Oh my god, we have to protect Donovan from the vampire hunter.
But whatever you... Like, the things that you do will have an effect. And all that. Yes. Well, Nemo's office is in the steampunk section of town, basically, and it is located behind a shadow bar called the Nautilus, which is primarily a meeting spot for riggers, because the steampunks are all about that rigging shit. Nemo's office is exactly what one might expect from a man so obviously affiliated with the steampunk cause. High red armchairs with playfully meandering wooden frames, dark paneling separated by riveted struts, a heavy desk, and small porthole-shaped windows make you feel as though you were inside a small airship. There is a large aquarium situated behind him, filled with all kinds of colourful tropical fish and a toy submarine. The brass tubing overhead looks decorative, but probably also conceals everything from surveillance hardware to automated weaponry. While not exactly old, Nemo isn't as young as he appears to be either. There is some grey in the dark stubble of his beard and hair, and the laughter lines around his mouth are quite pronounced. Most of his youthfulness comes from his clever obsidian eyes, one of which is obscured by what you can only guess is a private screen, and the fanciful attire he is dressed in. Where many steampunks implement modern technological elements into their costumes, Nemo is, aside from his monocle screen, fond of wardrobe made from traditional materials. His blue and gold thread vest is a little washed out, and his collared cotton shirt has some stains that may or may not be there on purpose. His hat, currently sitting next to him on his desk, may well be made of real leather. As unlikely as that may seem. So now you guys...
I want his hat.
Pardon?
I want his hat.
Well, I don't think he'll be willing to part with it. So you all know who Nemo is.
I don't.
No,
I don't think Constantine's met him.
You may not have met him, but you know who Nemo is. Because you're a Shadowrunner and you know about the fixers that are in town.
Okay. Alright.
Also,
I don't know anything about him. Just that he's a fixer, right?
Yeah, you know that he's a fixer affiliated with the steampunk movement, which you don't know much of. What the fuck is going on in the chat?
It's an ERP.
It's called role-playing, DM.
Okay, yeah, that seems like very much role-playing. I'm looking at a document right now, so it's only on the small screen where I'm recording.
It's an ERP.
Yes, exactly. It's the ERP. Sitting on one of the chairs is a woman. Her choice of code name may have... This is probably... You're assuming that this is Madame Petit, your Johnson. And her choice of code name may have been evidence of Madame Petit's sense of humor, as she is, in fact, a dwarf. Her nicely coiffured white hair, dark lipstick, and latest fashion business suit make her look out of place in this office, yet it is obvious she is quite comfortable here. Her demeanor is friendly, professional, but also intelligent and calculating. This woman knows exactly what she's here. What the fuck? This woman knows exactly why she's here and what she's paying for.
So you basically created a waifu for Julius.
No, I did not.
Sure.
So yeah, as you enter this, the office of Nemo, he greets you. Yes, hello, my friends, hello. These are the Shadowrunners I told you about. Please, all of you, sit down wherever you like to sit down. I am very happy to have you here to work with this very trusted client and introduce you to the cause, so you may join us on our great quest.
A very trusted client. That sounds wonderful. Bonjour, Nemo, Madame Petit. How are you two this fine evening? Is it evening?
It is evening, yes. It's early evening, but it is evening. Why, hello there, my handsome elf man. I almost wouldn't want to send you on a mission on account of maybe you would lose your face, and that would be quite terrible.
Oh, no worries. I have the skills to protect this face. But how about you tell me a little bit more about this mission in general? Like, should I be worried about it?
Well, it is, I'm not going to lie, a very risky business, but hopefully, if you do everything right, you will not have to fire a single bullet. Actually, I think that if you do have to fire a single bullet, you may be in trouble. What are you doing?
He created a charm for himself that's pheromones. He's going to seduce the hell out of her.
Yes.
Okay.
I just renamed the bolster boot to pheromones quickly.
Oh, okay. What exactly do you do, Julius?
Well, I seductively introduce myself as a dwarf, as a fellow dwarf.
Well, you can say the words, mate.
Hello, my fine lady. How interesting to meet you at this place. I'm trying to do some really cheesy pickup lines here.
Jesus Christ, dude! You either have to move away from your mic, or I have to make you like super silent. Jesus Christ!
Well,
The accent really sells it, though.
He's flirting very loudly.
Well, I don't know. He did a great roll there. You need to do like a persuasion roll, and then like based on that persuasion roll, you should like act it out.
No. He gets advantage or disadvantage depending on how well his acting is to the role.
Oh, okay.
She looks at you and you're not exactly, well, you are, you know a bit about dwarven female body language, and it's quite obvious that this dwarf actually, she finds you a bit attractive. This is not, I mean, yeah, sure, there's the very handsome elf fellow who hopefully his he has the length that his body has, but also probably she would like the girth that your body has.
Oh!
And, and therefore everybody has their own qualities. And she, why, hello there. What is your runner's handle? She's talking to you, Julius.
I remember I forgot to do something.
Fuck it, say it's Romeo. Fuck it.
Yeah, so let's go with that. It's Romeo. It's official now. It's Romeo.
Ooh. Well, isn't that quite fitting, Romeo?
I would have gone with Maurice.
Maurice just sounds like a sex toy. Like
some people call me the space cowboy.
Sorry, Maurice sounds like a sex toy to you? Can we talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, it's like a sex robot for men. You'd call him Maurice.
No, I wouldn't.
Well, what would you call a sex robot for women?
Ricardo, obviously.
Well, yeah, sure. If he's Mexican,
Antoine.
But if he's supposed
They're
to...
all no. They are all Mexican. We have
No. But listen, if he's supposed to be black, you call him Maurice.
No, if
It's
it's
not
supposed to be
black-
black, you
wait,
call him
wait.
No, you
Jamal.
call him Jamal.
Or
No.
Tyrone.
Maurice is not. I would know. Like, sorry, breaking the fourth wall
Wait.
here to the listeners. I happen to be a black guy. I don't think that's a.
Yeah, but are you
No.
French?
Oh, ooh, fuck. No,
Oh, he's got you there, man.
damn it. Yeah.
We got a French Caribbean black guy here. That's sexy as fuck.
Guys, it's the multi-class of black guy and French. It's very weird.
The fuck do they get a racial bonus too?
This is a
Besides cuckolding.
this is a very
You have been
bad
cock
roleplay
blocked, my
podcast.
friend. This isn't
Very
cuckoldry
weird.
yet.
You get cucked and you are cucking at the same time. You have access to both abilities.
Oh, he got attribute substitution. I get it.
Holy shit.
No, but listen, but if you get cucked and you cuck the other person, are you really getting cucked, or is the other person that you're passing it on
No,
to
that's
getting
just
double cucked?
that's just swapping at that point.
No, I just call that Aurora Boros.
What?
Ouroboros, the snake that eats itself.
not Aurora
Ouroboros.
Boros.
I can't speak the Italian.
Italian.
All right, so go on, Romeo.
I'm gonna be mispronouncing a lot of words, so you're all gonna have to deal with that.
Entire session with this.
Yeah, we have to move on.
The audience loves it. Screw you.
Yeah, but we have to get through in 3 hours, otherwise Taka is gonna actually come and kill me.
Oh, he's 3 hour man. I get it. His superpower will last 3 hours.
3 hours of set using another.
That's
rule.
all any woman needs.
Like 5 minutes. A lot of Gatorade.
Okay, so how did Julius respond to her again?
He introduced himself as Romeo, and she found that very fitting name.
They're both gonna die at the end of this campaign session. I'm just saying that.
I might have to hire you personally at some point. Anyway,
Oh my.
she turns to the remaining two men.
Constantine has a shit-eating grin, by the way. He's enjoying the hell out of this.
Well, I am glad someone is happy to come to an assignment. You look like you might be a fan of the cause, even though your choice of attire is well, not the standard, but one cannot account for taste.
Oh, it's a hand-me-down from generations past. I dug it up in a grave.
Well, that is certainly interesting. And you, why do you have? You must be definitely very into the steampunk cause. I mean, you have the mask and all that.
What is the job? What is the pay?
Oh, okay. No small talk. All right, let us go.
Today I learned Constantine looks like he's steampunk. He had a bone mask and everything, but no, that's clearly steampunk.
What we want, what my bosses want, what I want, is that you steal a black box. That should be quite obvious.
Why not a white box?
Low orbit drone developed by Citigroup, a prototype, has recently crash landed in a small village in the French Alps. Unfortunately, someone was killed in the crash, and the national police are investigating, which opens up the chance for us to steal that drone's black box. With the black box, we can decrypt it and we can learn very valuable information. And we want you to do this, we want you to steal this black box, which is being held at a facility in Orly that is operated by the National Police Service. And, well, the big problem is that it is very heavily guarded, but we will get into that later.
How
You
heavily
mentioned,
guarded? How many personnel?
It is guarded by both the National Police and the Gendarmerie, and also there is an army regiment nearby, ready to deploy, so... Let
What's
us
the
say that the
timetable?
loud approach isn't really an option unless you want to die.
Well, I still require to know the timetable of the response if you have it.
The timetable of the response would be immediate. There is a large police regiment on site at all
So the
times.
equivalent of AAA security, yes?
Well, you could say quadruple A. It is a police station.
We should be receiving the appropriate hazard pay for the mission?
Of course, the pay will be quite excellent. There is also one very important provision for which you will receive the appropriate equipment. We want you to make it look as though the people who stole the Cedric prototype from the National Police were working for ACATS Technology. You will be given an arsenal of tools that you will be able to use to make it look as though the black box was stolen by operatives from Aztlan.
All right.
Are
these
you going to be
operatives
okay with this,
actually,
Donovan?
Why would I not be okay with this?
You're a blood mage.
So?
Nemo, are these operatives actually trying to steal
Why
this
do you
black
think
box?
that I have loyalties to literally anyone?
You're a blood mage.
That does not mean I'm loyal to
The blood
anyone.
calls to you.
Yeah,
That
Nemo.
is literally not how that works.
Nemo looks at you and, well, I would have no reason to assume that they do they? He looks at Madame Petit and she shakes her head. No, they are, of course, they are competing in this particular field of research, but there is nobody there who would like to steal. Well, not to my knowledge, at least. I do not think they know that the black box is at that specific site. It is only because we are very well connected that we know this particular piece of information.
There is a minor note regarding this. First of all, I want to know the actual amount of payment, and two, I want it to be on an encrypted chip with our fixer.
Well,
we
that
deliver-
can certainly be arranged. Nemo, of course, has access to our relationship is quite special. Would you care to explain it, Nemo? And she looks at Nemo, and Nemo looks at you and says, this particular Johnson is one that I have worked with many times, and it is not quite Miss Victoria, but we have a direct cash transfer system. So I can, even if they do not pay, there is a trust fund from which I can lever payment to pay you directly.
Very good. Such insurances put a lot of confidence in me.
It is quite excellent. And Madame Petit looks at you and says, well, your pay for this mission will be, let me see, you are 4, and let me do the quick maths. It should be 10,000 nuyen per person, which is a very excellent rate that I am only paying because, of course, you will stay very quiet about this, and we want you to be very loyal to us. Additionally, you can keep any receipts. You should keep any receipts for business expenses on this mission, should the approach that you choose not be possible with the equipment provided to you by us. And if it stays within reason, we will, of course, cover your charges.
Very professional. We will, however, require a small deposit of 2,000 nuyen ahead of time in case we will need to do something like pay minor bribes to certain officials to bet an eye into a different direction.
She laughs. Yes, of course, I'm not particularly surprised that Shadowrunners can't come out of pocket. I mean, you are... Well, it's a very difficult lifestyle.
Great
He
equipment.
looks directly at Constantine in a shaggy suit, and then says that.
I will tell you. For metamagic runes and arcane foci cost quite a sum. You'd
I
be
can
amazed how
imagine.
quickly funds disappear.
It's mostly medical fees for me.
Oh, that's right. I can cast animation now.
It is also that, when every day can be your last, you need to make the most out of every day. And she says that with a particular look to Julius. And also a bit of a look to Taka. I don't know what's going through her head there, by which I mean I know exactly what's going through her head there. And she gestures to Nemo, who prepares an unencrypted cred stick with 2,000 nuyen and hands it over to Donovan, because it's
Thank you very
convenient.
I should really start creating corpses.
Nemo, madam, you mentioned tools that would help us make it look like that this job was done by someone else. Can you elaborate a bit on what those tools are?
Nemo nods and has a huge grin on his face. Oh, you are going to like this.
I doubt it.
He stands up and he gestures you to follow through the back door of his office and into a large garage. And in that garage are a variety of vehicles, most of them dressed up in a very steampunk fashion. And he leads you to one that isn't dressed up in a steampunk fashion, which is a kebab truck. He opens the kebab truck, and it does look a bit like a real kebab truck, but it also has a bunch of compartments and racks of things that you wouldn't usually find in a kebab truck.
But
Does it smell
like a kebab truck?
Yes, you can. There's even the stuff required to make kebabs. There's ingredients there. So, Madame Petit says, you will have access to 6 full body suits that will be cloaking devices. They only cloak you on the visible spectrum and also the thermographic spectrum, but they do not cloak your sound. You can still be heard.
What about the astral sight?
The astral sight, it depends on whether or not you are magically active. If you are magically active, it might be a problem, but you can still conceal yourself.
Well, I'm out. See ya.
Is it able to hide our aura?
It will hide your aura from anyone who is not particularly well trained in detecting auras.
Understood.
There are 6 shots of Anduer, which, well, if you inject this, she takes out like a syringe with an auto-injector. You just put this in your, wherever, and then you will be knocked out for 20 minutes, but also all of your life signs will cease, and you will no longer be detectable by any means while being unconscious for 20 minutes. If you are wearing the bodysuits during this, you should be careful not to pass out in the middle of the road, because people will drive you over because they cannot see you. Also, in the arsenal are 2 key lock crackers for keypads and 2 key card crackers for key cards. There is one, and she takes out it's like a glass bottle that's got a little bit of liquid in it, like twigs and some magical symbols. This is a very special charm that is very commonly used by its technology. It will give you access to 1 favor from the spirit of Coyote. This kebab truck is equipped with a multi-viewer, which can see heat, full color night vision, sound, and can do everything with perspective displacement, which means that you will be able to basically, while the camera is pointed at something, still turn by a maximum of 90 degrees. And of course, with it, you can construct a rough image of interior spaces, and it also comes with 4 fully autonomous spy drones that can be hooked up to the multi-viewer to make the image sharper. Well, and we have 1 set of contact information to Regine, who is, she's one of Paris' best forgers, and I have personally worked with her in the past. And anything that you get from her, so long as it is exclusively for this mission, will be paid for by me, no questions asked.
You're right. I do really like this, Nemo.
We're gonna add a request to the DM. We're gonna need a full list of this equipment.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. my browser window is getting fucked. Here you go. Copy paste this.
The very impressive list of equipment. So, who's the tech guy in the party?
I think he died.
Yeah, you
Damn
have.
it.
I specifically remember somebody cutting off his head, so I can't bring him back.
I wonder what type of creature that head was being fed to.
What, it was like a parrot?
Maybe like a secret, like a fish type thing, or a kraken.
I think you're all misremembering. That was just a dream.
Ah, okay. Well, wasn't
You
a
couldn't do a
6-hour
kraken?
episode then? All right.
You can spy on people.
Are the key crackers and the keycard crackers a single use?
No. They are multi-use. They are just multiple instances of them.
Understandable.
So first we need to split into 2 teams so we can share the keyloggers.
Well, that highly depends on your approach to the site, doesn't it?
But I don't think we go in 2 and 2.
Do we have maps of this site?
I could. There's no maps per se, but I can give you some information. Like there's no official. They don't have official blueprints, but they can give you information. So, the facility is a freestanding warehouse with adjacent laboratory and office spaces, surrounded by a concrete wall that becomes a fence 2 meters up. It is hooked up to public heat and water, but has its own power supply in the form of a gas-fueled generator and a solar array. The main entrance. Pardon?
This cannot be done in 3 hours.
Well, if you're smart, it can. Otherwise, we're just going to take a break and resume at some other points. No problem. The main entrance opens to a fairly busy public road and is protected by 3 national police members at all times, as well as automatic turrets. One of the officers always sits in a protected booth from where they control both the turrets and the gate. There is a back entrance only used by staff. It has a parking lot and is a single door, which is under constant surveillance from 3 different cameras. The drone wreck is in the main hall, and the black box has not yet been removed as the official investigation has not yet started. There is still evidence missing, which should arrive in a shipment soon. And I will be copying this text too and pasting it into...
How is the public water pipe? How big is it?
Well, it's big enough so water can flow through it.
I'm talking diameter.
I don't know, how big are those? Like 30, 40 centimeters in diameter? Like, you wouldn't fit through it.
What
Fuck.
is that in freedom units?
I have no... Like, I don't know. Maybe 1 foot?
Okay.
So what kind of laboratory is next to it?
It's a forensic lab. Like, it's a main hangar, and it's got some adjacent buildings, but the whole complex is freestanding from the walls, and the whole thing is also on a square of its own. And, yeah, they're forensic laboratories, because this is on account of this being a police lab facility.
How high is the forensic building?
Step 1, key the place.
Pardon, what? Key the place, what?
Yeah. A scout. Have eyes on the facility.
Okay. Yeah, you should probably. Well, yeah, let's just do first thing first, and the Madame Petit looks at you and says, "I will leave you to it then." And she gives Julius, a look that says more than words, and she leaves. And Nemo offers you a small office space, which is surprisingly not steampunk themed. Where you can plan your approach as you see fit. And then he leaves also for his office.
Alright, so stupid plan here. You 3 people use the pills, the things that make you pretty much dead. I sneak you into forensics. And then, if it's how high is the forensic building?
What
I
do you
don't
mean,
think it's
how-
going to work because they would have a record of who was piloting the drone.
No, guys. First thing first. The main entrance opens to a fairly busy public road and is protected by 3 National Guard police members at all times. Let's find one of those National Guard's police members, take him out off hours, take the card, bring it to the forger, forge cards, enter in, lie about who we are, and hopefully we enter. While inside the facility, we're gonna take out of our backpacks the stealth suits and use the rest of the equipment and the stealth suits to get to the place. Then we get the hell out of there after we got it.
Why would we not use the stealth suits to get in? There's camera surveillance everywhere.
Because I'm pretty sure that it would have counters to the stealth suits, and even if we have the stealth suits, there may still be physical barriers in our way towards the entry of the building. Again, we need eyes on the location.
Well, if I can become familiar with someone, I can spy on them.
You also do have a kebab truck that would be inconspicuous standing anywhere, and that is also equipped with a camera that can basically see through walls.
Now, if someone is in that kebab truck selling kebabs, it will be the perfect cover.
It's because we want them to look inside of the equipment that we have.
No, as in, sell just a kebab truck standing there would be a bit suspicious, but if you're actually selling kebabs, they wouldn't expect.
I don't think any of us have a cooking skill. I mean, the closest I have is distilling.
I don't
That's it.
think most people who sell kebabs have the cooking skill.
Yeah, I think you just put
That is
meat on a skewer and
racist,
then-
mister. You're saying that those people
No,
wouldn't do that for their culture?
Dude, kebabs are a national dish in Germany. I know what a good kebab is.
wait a second. So you're telling me that if we remove kebab, we remove the Germans?
Basically, yeah.
No wonder the Slavs want to remove kebab.
The doner kebab is actually a German invention. I mean, it was invented by a Turk, but he lived in Berlin at the time.
Of course. they
Invented
were
by a
inventions.
Turk, but he lived in Berlin, so it's ours. You can't have it.
No, he did it actually because he found that the Germans were too busy and too stressed to actually sit down and eat like a donut plate. And so he put that whole thing in bread, and then that took the world by storm. Much like pizza didn't actually conquer the world from Italy, but conquered the world from America.
And the Swedish meatballs from IKEA.
Yeah, but I'm like, IKEA is Swedish.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we marketed them, the Swedish meatballs, with IKEA.
Yeah.
It was all a marketing ploy.
Well,
not
that's
the furniture.
that's a different situation. That's the same country making its own dish famous.
Let him feel proud of his people.
Let me sing the song of my people.
Okay. Is it the weird song that's played with the weird string instrument from the IKEA spots?
We're waiting.
What?
I'm waiting for him to sing.
Oh, I was just joking a bit. I don't actually know how the song goes, so I can't actually sing it.
All I know is that Norway is a Confederate state.
Let's continue.
Seems legit.
Okay, yeah, let's continue. I am for that suggestion.
Somebody actually thought the Norway flag was the Confederate flag. That's the joke.
Back to game things. So we know that one of the officers always sits in the protective booth, but we don't know which one it is. But we know that there's going to be 3 members at all times. Do we have a time limit for this job?
Well, before the investigation starts and they took out the black box. Though even then, really it's before the investigation concludes.
But do we have that in, is that a matter of days or hours or what?
That you do not know. It'll probably be over a week, though.
All right. Let's see. We can use the truck to set up point outside and basically get eyes on who's going to be into the protected booth at Wynn, and so we know how they control the turrets and gates. After that, we can follow Vladimir's plan to take out one of the guards, get his get forgeries of his information, and wait, if they're there all the time, then forging their information won't do any good because he's still gonna be there.
Or we go with my idea, with smuggling you into the coroner's office.
That
And
would
then-
make sense because they already know the number of people that were with the drone.
No, it's a separate case. And not the drone related.
Yeah, but they would need to know each case. They would know if there were other cases. Is what I'm saying. They would be expecting shipments essentially.
There is only one case at this facility at this time.
What if we do a truck of peace and you 3 people accidentally?
I'm pretty sure that fails the mission. She said so.
Well, it doesn't fail the mission. It's just that 99% chance you're all gonna die if that happens.
I didn't know we were a dirty pair. I mean,
I'm just throwing out ideas.
Well, the
Yes,
thing,
yes,
so like these it's not the same 3 security guards standing there at 24/7. Like these are people that go home sometimes, and there's other people who take shifts.
they go home,
8
they hug
hours
their
shift.
kids, they beat their wives.
Wait, why don't we just do the simple thing? Find out who the guards after the guards that are there now, take their places, and then
And just stand there doing their jobs for them. Genius!
Yes.
No.
Yes. Now you see, and then we can just go in. No, fuck, they will suspect if the guards go in.
You're overthinking this step by step. I would call the forger. I would ask if she needs samples to forge documents.
Okay.
Okay.
That said, I probably will have to take off my mask
Well,
because
Krieg,
the
I
man
am-
with the
I am
skull
calling
mask
her.
is very suspicious.
Okay, Regine responds that no. Unless you want something very, very specific, she has most of the samples that she needs on site.
Very well. Could you then prepare for us fake identities for the laboratory and offices that are next to the freestanding warehouse?
Well, basically, you'd have to be like you need national police cards.
Wait, why don't we just go and
Can she make those?
She can make those, yes.
Very well. Then we shall request 4 of them.
as police guards or as employees?
Well,
I
the
would
people
state
who
that-
work in the forensics lab also work for the national police. Like this isn't a corporation. This is a state institution.
Yeah, we basically need key cards that say that we should officially be there. Very well. Then we shall ask for the IDs that she can make.
Now, is there anything beneath this place, like any tunnels or anything?
No. Don't bother going into that direction. Trust me.
I mean, why not just?
Don't go there, Julius.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna need some pictures taken in the same way that they take pictures of the national police people. If you want to make that happen, if you wanna get your national police IDs. So as you go to Regine, who I am only now becoming aware I have not prepared a thumbnail for. So you just imagine a young elf hackery-looking woman, and
Hackery, okay.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to
Scale of 1 to
transform-
10.
I really hope I succeed, but I'm gonna try to transform into a different average-looking white guy.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Wow. Rip.
You do transform. Wait, let me see. You do transform into a different-looking white guy. It's just that you don't look average anymore.
You're basically a 5 out of 10.
That's average.
No, it's based on the
Okay.
wine scaling.
No, that's fine. I don't need to be attractive. I just need to look different.
Wait, what's 5 out of 20? Okay, 20. If I can fit into. No, that's 20.
5 out of 100. There.
That's 5%, my dude.
Oh my god, you're
So
so
yeah,
hideous.
I mean, your face is now very, very asymmetrical. One
You're
eye
basically that. You're
Not
basically
only
that
has-
ugly.
a different color than the other, but it's like one eye is higher than the other. You're really disgusting looking right now.
You're basically that ugly guy in cuckoldry porn
Are
in
you
hentai.
saying that to my face, Grace?
Yes, I am.
Even I can't fix that.
I mean, is there hentai in Shadowrun?
I don't know
Yes!
anymore. You're basically the cuckoldry guy in hentai. That's how ugly you are.
So how much cuck porn do you read? Just
It interlaps with my fetishes.
I didn't know that the cuck guy in hentai was usually ugly. I had no idea.
Oh,
that was the
yeah,
case.
it's a big thing for Japan for some reason. They're very weird people.
Yeah,
They
no
like
shit.
they like degradation of women for some reason in their porn. It's unsettling.
Who doesn't?
You see, Krieg is woke on the issues.
How about some tentacle porn instead? Some good old-fashioned tentacle porn.
Good and wholesome.
I mean, I'm Catholic. I'm a Catholic voodoo. I have to be good and wholesome. Just with corpses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're literally a necromancer.
Really a necromancer.
It's like wholesome necromancy
What are you using that animation for, Grace?
with
Eh?
puppies.
What animation? What animation are we talking about here? I didn't put up any
What are you
animations.
animating there, Grace?
Animating. Oh, the thing I'm supposed to bring to the dead. I don't know. It's like I read the obituary. Some porn star died. I decided to bring her back.
What the fuck, dude?
Seems legit. How to make your own wife. A guide.
Hey, zombie GFs are. There was one doujin I saw, and they're very sweet.
You know what they say? She's a thought if she breathes, but she doesn't breathe. Does
She can't be a thought if she can't make thoughts.
Exactly.
Wow, guys.
It's the realest real doll.
But wait, isn't it necrophilia?
No, but guys, I think Taka wants to say something.
No, just the fuck.
Taka's just jealous that I got a zombie GF.
So yeah, let's continue. Let's cease this talk about zombie GFs and continue on with the mission.
Guys, let's drop the kebab truck and actually have a
So
look at
the
place.
elf hacker, like, what is she on a scale of 1 to 10 exactly? Since you don't have an icon.
Hold on, I didn't hear what Vlad just said. Let's drop the kebab truck and what?
Let's actually arrive with the kebab truck there after getting our fake documents and have a look-see at the place.
All
Can we
sounds
get
good.
kebab?
I have a better idea. Why don't we run away with the kebab truck, start our own business, and just forget the Shadowrun thing?
That might actually work out better in the long run.
All right, so ignoring that.
Rum-infused kebabs. That's our thing.
This is the point where Vladimir will say to stop the silliness. We need money to make. Come on. I need that fucking money, Lebowski! You think these fucking blood tattoos are cheap?
Basically, yeah. She on a scale of 1 to 10, she is 11 hacker. That's how hacker she is. And yeah, she takes you pictures. She makes the things. And she makes you these fake IDs, which says it'll take her 3 days to actually make these 4 fake IDs. So.
During that time, it would be a good time for us to actually observe the facility with the truck and note anything meaningful.
Yep.
Okay.
No, and someone has to sell kebab.
We will sell
Gonna
kebabs, maybe.
Because you're the dwarf and, the stereotype, the dwarf, the hard worker. Come on.
Yeah,
Actually,
Which one of us is the most Turkish?
Can't be an elf. Elves don't sell kebabs. No one would buy
Vladimir's a
that.
Turk.
Actually,
you do it.
I'm not a Turk.
Julius couldn't sell the kebabs because he's not tall enough to reach over the counter.
That
Alright,
makes it
well,
adorable.
That would just make
Well,
it more
too.
comedic.
What if he sits on my knee?
What if he has a chair that helps him? Come on.
Yeah, but he'd have to move. I mean, it would be more difficult to make kebabs that way. It would certainly be possible.
Who
Okay,
here has
guys,
the
guys,
best
guys.
skills for cooking?
Okay, everyone pick a number 1 to 4. I pick the number 1. Julius, Taka will be 2. Julius is 3. Grace is 4. DM, roll a 1d4. Come on, Krieg. It's me. I'm gonna be selling the kebabs. Let's go.
I told you, you're Turkish.
Yeah, this very, very obvious, ugly-looking dude is now. Who's driving? Is there anyone driving the car, or are you doing this all on your own?
Julius should probably drive the car.
I'm not tall enough to drive it.
I mean, you look like you're Turkish, so it's
Because like one of you would be selling kebabs, but the other would have to operate the multi-viewer.
Okay, no. Beast, you drive the car. Julius, you operate the multi-viewer. Grace, be
Just sit there and
pretty.
look pretty.
Yes.
Okay.
Roger that.
Or more accurately, use prescience to gain additional information.
All right. I can try getting familiar with some people,
No.
and I can spy
You
on them.
ask information from your totem, Grace. You have
No, I
prescience
don't.
for a reason.
I don't want to do that. The last time I talked to them, they tried to kill me. There, I can ask a vague question.
Why do your gods not love you?
Yeah, what's your vague
Because they're
question?
black and I'm white.
Wow.
Jesus.
That's
Pick
racist.
white gods, then.
I think there's actually some lower that are white, though.
Probably. I don't. I like they like to
Of
make
course,
saints
the
out of
undead
Catholic
deities
people.
of black people are actually
They
white
choose
people.
Catholic saints and they kind of incorporate them in their religion. So I don't know if they're actually white or not. But like, it's just the racial divide is too real, man. It didn't get better
Do
after
you
the
know
Native
that
Americans
Saint
got their
George
lands.
was actually black?
Saint
No,
George?
but listen, colorblindness. So yeah, what's your vague question?
I'm trying to look at the damn fucking thing. My vague question is: target asks about a course of action they plan to take within the next 5 minutes. Okay. Where? Okay, it has to be something that can be answered favorably. Okay. Shit, it has to be like a yes or no question. What would be the best position for us to spy on the ship? Not the ship, the area.
They show you an image of the busy street.
There you
That-
go.
That was pretty obvious.
Yeah,
There
that
you
was
go.
pretty obvious.
Well, I can't get anything really good otherwise.
I mean, where would you place a kebab truck?
Julius, what do we see with the drone?
Well, first of all, you pull up with a kebab truck, you set up shop, and you begin standard day business. And now
Hey,
you can do the
Constantine-
multi-viewer stuff. The
Okay,
multi-viewer...
Constantine
Yes?
washes his hands, takes off his coat, puts on the apron and the hairnet, and he's ready to cook.
Isn't Vladimir
I-
cooking?
I thought Vladimir was sewing.
Yeah, sure, I will be the one cooking, sure.
I mean, you can both do the cooking if you want to.
It doesn't matter.
All right. Well, wash your hands first.
Yeah, so basically, Taka is
Don't want any
just
health
sitting in the
violations.
front at the steering wheel.
Krieg, I wonder.
Yes. What do you wonder?
He just wonders in general.
Okay, it's just a
Should
general
I
thing.
spread chaos upon the land?
I
No.
mean, you can certainly do that, and things will happen in the game world.
Bad things. So what do I roll to infuse rum into the kebabs? Like just one stick to try it out.
What?
Well, you can I mean, you could
Higher
just
loot.
put rum into the oil or something. I don't know.
I'm like,
I don't think it would do much because the alcohol would basically evaporate quite quickly.
no, that's not how you cook that. That's just slow. Kebabs are slowly cooked and then carved from meat.
Yeah,
Krieg,
but
higher
also
low. Higher low.
how low what?
It's just big higher low.
The high.
Hello.
I do it.
Nice. This is
Right.
actually
Well, while you're
gonna
doing
have
that, Constantine's going to try to figure out how to combine this with rum. Does Constantine know how to combine this with rum?
the best thing that you know at this point is that you could possibly pour it over the kebab spit.
Look, okay, Constantine, we're trying to keep a low profile here. If there's suddenly a new kebab truck that people get drunk at after eating, I feel like they'll pay a little bit more attention to the truck.
I'm trying to run a successful business here, Taka.
Constantine, no, you're not. This is reconnaissance. We don't give a fuck
I'm
about
gonna do a
this
learning
business.
roll to see if I remember a recipe to combine rum into kebabs.
Hey,
Isn't it
hey,
weird
or,
though?
or we could do the job and get paid.
I don't remember anything.
I'm cooking with the rum.
So
It's getting infused into the meat. You're not going to get drunk. It's delicious. Is it delicious? I ate it. Is it delicious?
It doesn't taste like rum. It just doesn't taste like rum.
All right. Those are our cloaking suits are reusable, right?
Yes. You can just. They're basically, you know, there's those body condoms,
Yeah.
the green ones and shit that they use for green screens. It's basically that.
You had me at body condom. I was
Okay, wash your hands. Put on a hairnet.
I put on one of the sneaking suits and then sneak out of the vehicle.
Oh, that's very good.
You didn't wash your hands. I'm upset.
Where are you going?
I'm going to just walk the perimeter of the building and just kind of take in information, like watching like guard movement patterns, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so basically, it's you are it's like a suburban area. This one busy street is an exception to being busy. The whole facility is like the size of a block, of one city block, and there is this parking lot area in the back, and there aren't a lot of cars there. So presumably, as you know, that there isn't any investigation going on there at the moment. They're still preparing for it. There probably aren't too many staff at the facility right now. And the only people you can actually see coming in and out of the building at any time are uniformed police officers.
Okay, so since we're operating in France, we probably want somebody that can speak French.
Don't you all speak French?
I speak
Yeah,
Cajun French.
We all speak French.
Wait, no, we don't.
If it's
I
not on
speak
your
Cajun
character sheet, you don't speak French.
I speak Cajun French. That's it.
Do any of you guys speak French?
Pretty sure they don't.
I speak French. It's on my sheet.
He's the only one that speaks French, so yeah, it makes sense that he'd be the one selling. That should have just been that from the beginning. But wear a paper bag, please.
I speak 4 languages: English, Russian, German, and French.
So you do speak French.
Yes.
Taka, do you speak French?
I don't know where on my sheet that would be.
You should have it written down on feats. It was like the
got it in the
languages thing,
description.
unless I forgot to do that with you. The skill system?
Yeah, we didn't do that.
Oh, okay, you don't know about the skill system. Alright. Well,
Should
let's
have
just presume that you
probably
don't
read
speak French then. And
Right.
Julius?
I speak Latin, but no.
Okay, you are
We
very
can sell the
useful.
scientists. I like this.
Yeah. So that's the thing. It's a fairly quiet. It's a quiet neighborhood. Aside from this plant, it doesn't really look like a police facility from the outside. It looks more like some sort of prison, but like everything's wrong. There's no bars in front of the windows, and there's no surveillance tower, and there's no razor wire over the fence. It's a bit odd of a place, but it's not something you'd pay too much mind to if you lived here. Yeah, and you know, just around it's like an urban area. People live there. There's houses. Some of the houses have 2 stories. Doesn't seem to be the best area, but also isn't a particularly destitute area either. So, at the kebab truck, it is early in the evening, and a dude comes by, like Frenchman. What are you doing, Donovan?
With my token.
A Frenchman comes by, and he's got the Frenchman hat, but otherwise looks very, very, very cyberpunk-y. He's got very from his hat looks out very bright, colorful hair, and he's got these really fancy glasses, and like a huge comlink that's almost the size of a cyber deck. This is a strange fellow, and he goes. In French, what kebab, please?
I give him the kebab.
Okay, but you don't have a kebab.
Constantine is trying to figure out how to make the perfect rum
Weren't
kebab.
we
He
making
hands you.
kebabs this entire time?
Yeah,
Yes,
but you
I
have
was.
to roll to make a good kebab.
I was rolling to do
Roll
this stuff
make
though.
a good kebab, DM.
Creation.
I should probably
I
do
need
that.
to
then.
roll an extraordinary attribute to create a kebab.
No.
Let me do
Just do logic.
Logic.
Okay, Wouldn't it be agility for the skill of creating the kebab?
No,
because
because
you have to.
the
you
main
have to
thing
order
about
your muscles
making
to do it.
I had enough. I'm doing rolling creation.
the main
It's the worst possible kebab ever.
the main thing about making a kebab isn't the skill required to operate the knife to slice the meat off the kebab spit. It's
Damn,
the
it's a kebab.
it's in the composition.
The role to make a kebab?
Yes, I want you because you've never made a kebab in your fucking life.
You don't know that.
Yes,
Are
I
there
do.
instructions? Is there a recipe book?
It's
Makes
meat and
kebab
shit on a
Back
stick.
in my backstory.
It's not on a stick. It's a donor. It's in like a little tiny pocket pita.
It's canon now. So give me a logic roll to make a kebab.
I can't find the recipe
Any
book.
ranks of advantage because it's a very simple task.
No.
Look it up on. It's not a simple task, actually. It's very difficult. You have to pack it all perfectly.
You hand the guy the kebab. It looks okay. Don't know if it.
You washed your hands first, right?
Yes, I washed my hands. What do you want from
He takes the kebab and he hands you a couple nuyen, and he says, and he just walks off. Meanwhile, Taka, you are finished with your surveillance round, and once again back at the food truck. You see that the guy who's sitting in the booth at the main entrance is apparently reading something on his e-reader, and the two guys standing guard outside, one of them is smoking a cigarette, and the other is actually doing his job and keeping an eye on the street.
All right, so really lax security then. That's good.
Well,
These
yeah,
guys.
sure.
How many kebab customers do we get per day?
After that last one, I'm not certain. Plus, we have you manning the stall, and you're ugly as sin.
Wouldn't I be improving my kebab skill, DM?
Yeah, but that was your first kebab that you ever made.
But
Not only that, you didn't know what you were doing, so you can't really say you learned anything from the process.
Wouldn't I have checked the recipe like anything? I mean,
I looked for the recipe book. There is no recipe book.
Yeah, but it's not. Look, you need to have the qualia of making the kebab.
I know how to make a kebab in IRL. It's not that hard.
Yeah, but does
Just
Vladimir know how to make a kebab now? Do you
It's
have?
Especially
really
considering that his
good.
meals are
But
blood.
do you have the kebab skill?
Why are you doing this, DM?
because
I like it. I love it. It's good flavor. Screw you.
No, but you don't have to roll again for kebabs. This was the only roll because that was the first one, and now you basically have the grip of it. And apparently, the kebab you made was good enough for that dude, or whatever the fuck he said.
Rolling an
Okay, what about
11
me
is
though?
all
I
you
rolled
need.
like a learning 18 on trying to infuse rum into it. Did I learn anything in the process of making kebabs while doing that?
Well, you learned that if you pour rum on a kebab spit, that isn't sufficient to make the kebab taste like rum.
How do I get it to cook into the meat?
You figure that it's probably going to have to be the packing process itself, the process of putting it around the spit. That's the point at which you would have to do it. Unless you want to add a second step of working with the kebab in which you would marinate it in a type of rum sauce, which the equipment for that is available, but it would require you to make a rum sauce for which you do not have the equipment on site.
I have creation though.
No, but you can't just create a rum sauce. You're a necromancer.
No. What I'm saying is that I can create for the ingredients. And
No,
I
you're
probably...
a necromancer.
I have sustenance, bitch!
Yeah, you can sustain yourself with undead energy. You can't just make
Jesus was a
tomatoes.
necromancer and he turned bread into fish!
Yeah, but Jesus also was a different type of necromancer. He was a leash.
Of
No.
course, Jesus was a leech. Where is this? Oh God! No wonder they say Jesus will return. We never found his factory.
Yeah. His pally factory.
Can someone just put on the stealth to just run to the
I was
local
able to
store?
create a 5-foot apple. A 5-foot, 5-square apple, and you let me do that. I can do this.
Well,
It's
I
precedent.
shouldn't have let you do that.
It's precedent.
So yeah, what is Julius doing during all this while the two blokes outside? Like while the one bloke outside, the blood mage, is selling kebabs and doing God knows what to them, and the other bloke is just throwing around rum through the entire shop. So you basically drunk from the fumes.
I'm not throwing rum everywhere. Come on, give me credit. You let me create dead fish for the crab. You let me create a giant apple. These are canon.
Stop! It's Julius's turn now.
I didn't even get to roll for it.
Now something I need to. What is the drone's stats?
It doesn't have any stats. It's just drones.
It doesn't have thermal vision.
Yeah, it has the same capabilities as the multiviewer does. It's like an augment for the multiviewer to give you more angles and perspective and basically increase the sharpness of the interior image.
So I guess I'm looking over the flying. Oh yeah. I'm trying to map the facility.
So the facility isn't too, it's not too complex. It's mainly this huge hangar in the middle where you can't really make out what exactly is in there, but there is a lot of shit in there.
So
And-
is there any life signs?
Yeah, there are people moving about the place. Most of them seem to be of large frame, so you assume that they are police officers in some capacity. But to be fair, because we are in France, there's a lot of metahuman police officers and all that. So it might just be that some of them are orcs and others are elves. And
Goddamn
that's
orcs stealing good human jobs.
Jesus, dude. And
Okay, that is racist. You can do that towards elves, but not orcs. They've been
Excuse me.
Look, elves are pretty. It's fine, but all I'm saying is that humanist for life.
I feel like we're going to
We are-
start an Aryan squad right now.
This is out of character.
We are pretty.
These are my personal opinions.
Yeah, but Julius.
Elves,
You might be
elves
pretty,
steal
but
jobs,
Julius has the
orcs
charisma.
Steal jobs. Dwarves are okay. They're good workers. They're hard workers. Trolls are animals.
I just want to make clear that these racist opinions that I have are not my in-character opinions
you
where it would be
ever-
socially acceptable to have them. These
Have
are
you
my
ever
actual
met a good
opinions
troll?
that I have. White
Have
power.
you ever met a good troll? Have you ever met an orc that doesn't raid villages?
Yes.
Yes.
A
I
good
mean-
orc baby is a dead orc baby.
I have met an orc who had my back in the war. Okay, actually there was no war. When I
No,
was
he
alive.
was a half orc. He had human blood.
Fuck.
Wow.
All of these people started human. What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
Alright, enough with that nonsense. I'm gonna do a learning roll to see the patrol paths inside the building with
You know what-
thermal
you know what?
You
vision.
have to make perception, really.
Can I
Or
please
logic.
just?
You can also do logic.
They're all both equally bad.
Can I do a roll? You
Wouldn't
skipped
it
my
be
turn.
learning because it's a new situation?
Well, he knows how, well, we can also do learning to learn how to operate the equipment properly. I don't care. Whatever is highest. Yeah, actually you can, you can get over time you can get an increasingly sharper, crisper image as you learn more about how the controls work of this thing, because it's quite a complicated piece of technological equipment. And you notice that very few you can confirm Tarka's observations that most of the people in there are police officers, and you can also find out that they are often quite heavily armed, and that they just hang out there all day, and practice things and have officers also on site from which they coordinate things. This is still a very well secured facility. It's just that the scientists aren't really... There are a couple scientists around, probably supervisors, but there isn't much activity in the laboratories themselves as of yet.
Roughly, how many police officers does he see?
Like 50.
Jeez. Okay. Fuck.
All right.
Can I see if there's any openings to the inside, like vents or anything?
Well, there is an array of ventilation shafts above the laboratories, of course, because you can do chemical stuff in there, and if you do chemical stuff anywhere, you will have a lot of fans on top of that building, but they're not exactly large enough to squeeze through them. Like, these people aren't idiots.
No, I mean like sending a drone through those ventilation things.
It would have to be a very small drone, but it would certainly not be impossible.
That's where my summon drone boon comes in.
What?
He has a medical drone.
Ah. I think you failed, though.
Oh,
Fuck.
we did it.
It crashes into the side.
Well, you
It's a level. Alright, yeah, it's a level 4.
what?
Yeah, it's a level 4. Unfortunate.
Can I summon a spirit? that
Hold
can
up.
go-
Hold up.
All right.
You do actually manage to turn on your drone, and the control seem to be a bit fucked. I don't know if it's something to do with the connection, if it's something to do with maybe one of the rotors is damaged or something, but you do have a medical drone that can fly around, and you can control it, though it kind of flies like a drunk.
Does it perhaps smell of rum?
No, it does not smell of rum, but it does smell of rose petals.
Somebody's gonna be very mad in the morning. All right,
So yeah, what do you want to do with this drone?
But I'm gonna try and repair it.
You're a medical doctor. Do you have any engineering skills?
Not really, but I'm gonna try and replace the rotors.
Okay, you're gonna have to get some new rotors for that.
But I'm putting on the stealth suit and running down to the hardware store.
You are inside of the hardware store, but you are invisible.
Well, I didn't know. Obvious.
I didn't know we were gonna. I didn't know we were robbing places now.
Guys, we got all this equipment. It's perfect for a heist job.
We're getting paid. Like we could just like expense it. We can buy it and expense it.
Guys, why do a Shadowrun when we could just rob the national bank? I mean, come on.
I'm gonna do a agility roll to see if I can steal the rotors.
Oh my god!
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna see floating rotors, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
You're actually supposed to do this with advantage 5 because you're freaking invisible.
I don't
yeah.
think he needs advantage 5. So basically,
Yep.
you know the thing that happens in Skyrim when you have sneak leveled up to max, and you're in broad daylight and standing in front of a person, and they're looking at you, and you can pickpocket them, and they don't notice.
Yeah.
I steal a lot of technical equipment.
You can't do that in Kingdom Come. They get very mad.
That's what happens here. You basically you take the rotors, and nobody even knows you were there. And they're really high quality rotors that you stole from this drone place. And this is never ever going to come back to haunt you, because literally nobody will ever even notice that the drones were there. Because of a glitch in the system, the specific product just so happened to be deleted from the store's inventory.
Did I perhaps steal some repair kits as well?
No, you got rotors, so now you can use logic to repair your drone.
While he's doing that, can I summon a spirit to do reconnaissance in the thing, or
You
no?
can do that, certainly. What kind of spirit do you want to summon? And also, do remember that you do have a spirit charm of a relatively powerful spirit that can you can use for something that requires something that's better than just doing reconnaissance.
I do.
Well, yeah.
Is that my voodoo cross?
No. Yeah, you got this. This is part of your arsenal. This is like a blood magic charm. That's basically it's one favorite. It's on the list of things.
Wouldn't I be the
My
one that
protective charm?
pocketed it? Wouldn't I be the one to have pocketed that, Krieg?
Well, it's still in it's like in the weapons section of the kebab truck. You all know it's there. It's on the list of items you have received. But I mean, you know, it's as a shaman, you know that using this thing to run reconnaissance would be quite useless.
I would ask.
Yeah, I'm not gonna to do that. I'm just summoning a quiet spirit to look around and tell me what's going on.
Okay, give me an entropy roll.
Well, that'd be a creation roll, but since I have my
It's the same thing.
yeah, absolutely. But I'm saying like since I have the voodoo cross and that apparently the voodoo cross allows me to talk to the dead, would that give me an advantage?
Well, spirits
remember that
aren't,
dream I had?
spirits aren't dead people.
Okay, but like
But
Spirits can be dead people, but not always.
yeah, but I mean, dead people are more like echoes. But sure, it's you're using the magic, so you have the advantage that the cross gives you anyway, and you're using voodoo.
that's true. So I have like advantage 4, right?
Yeah.
Or 5 with the cross. I can't remember. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna roll advantage 4. There we go.
Yeah, this creature does reconnaissance on the astral plane and notices that there is actually a bit of stuff going on here on the astral plane because the police obviously has some battle mages on site. There are some people who are, some of the police officers are magically active and they actually rarely leave the building. And they hang out inside a lot, and there is a couple lesser spirits patrolling the place, which will probably not be very strong in battle, but are very, very good at seeing. It's just that your spirit was good enough not to be seen. So if you go in there, even with the invisibility suits on, they will probably see you. Meanwhile, Julius has successfully repaired his drone and can now use it. But first, we go back to the kebab section of the truck, and a bloke comes there, and he's got he looks very hipster. It's the type of person you've never seen before. This is an elf. He's very tall, but he's got like a full beard that a dwarf would be proud of, really. And
Spit in his food.
and he looks at this kebab shop, and he takes out a notebook and writes some things down in it. And then he comes up to you and says, good day, I would like to have very best kebab that you can make for me.
I will make him an average kebab.
Okay, you hand him...
Well, roll again so that you can get incrementally better.
It's an average... You hand him an average kebab that you...
Was it marinated in rum?
No.
No,
and
I've been putting that into the batter now, the rum in the batter.
I'm not like this, Grace.
Since when do you use batter to make a kebab?
I
I
thought
don't
these
think
were
you guys know
donors.
about this.
What?
Aren't these not donors? Aren't they in like little pocket pitas?
Yeah, but what do you use batter for?
Don't overcomplicate.
For the pita bread.
You're not making the pita bread. You have a stack of pita breads.
He's making them. He's making special pita breads. How hard is that?
Have you never worked in a kebab shop before?
Don't
I haven't!
overcomplicate. Don't overcomplicate the kebab part. Okay.
Constantine isn't able to do a whole lot here. So
guy-
he's-
work on
he's
something
giving
that will
100%
nail
where
you
he
to the
can.
wall.
My dudes. So the guy takes the average kebab and he bites into it, and he doesn't even finish his bite. He just spits it out and goes, "Ah, sacre bleu! What is this? Did you learn how to make kebab yesterday? This is disgusting." He throws it on the floor. I cannot eat this. I should call the police on you for this shit.
Constantine offers him a
You will
rum
get
to
a very, very bad review from me. I am the #1 kebab reviewer in this city, and this is the worst kebab that I have ever eaten.
Okay, Constantine breaks in and says, "Here, do you need a swig?" Offering him some rum to wash it down.
Is that legal?
Yes?
I charm him.
Oh. Here, I was just gonna get him drunk.
Yeah, what exactly do you do? What exactly do you want him to do?
I'm gonna tell him. He trusts me more now. I'm like, you need to give the kebab a try till the end. You need to eat the whole kebab. I promise you, it will change your life. Just eat the kebab. I'm sure you will change your mind.
And he says, yes. Actually, I should probably do that. It is bad form not to eat a product completely before finishing its review. And he goes down to his knees and he picks up the kebab from the floor and he, puts some of the stuff that's fallen out back in and he starts eating it. And he actually seems to be enjoying it right now. And when he's done, he says, yes, this is very good. You will actually get a good review from me for this. It is, yes, I like it. And he walks off. Taka, what are you doing? Still hanging out?
Watching them make kebabs and like wondering why that's the thing that's happening.
Respect the kebab!
No.
I love kebabs.
I shall not respect the kebab.
That's a very good name for the episode.
Respect the generally just kind of making plans with the information that he has.
I relayed the magic people to you, right?
So yeah, I assume that you're all exchanging information like professionals.
Right,
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, good.
After word of the spirits kind of got through, he's a bit hesitant to go back up because even though the suit kind of cloaks from normal means of detection, Taka doesn't know enough about spirits to know whether or not they'll be able to see him regardless.
Constantine relays that they will be able to see him. Absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, so long as he stays outside of the building, they wouldn't be able to see him on the physical plane, so they wouldn't be able... they would see just a guy walking by, they just wouldn't know that he's invisible on the physical plane.
I have heightened invocation, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to blind all of them.
Vladimir,
No.
correct me if I'm wrong, but
Bad Grace. Stop it.
Vlad, correct me if I'm wrong, but the next step is to get our forgeries and then sneak in, right?
Well, you guys will have to because
no.
I'm magic. They'll be able to detect me.
No. First thing first, we need to actually go ahead and scan the building proper, get a map.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah, you have a map of the floor plan of the building now.
Perfect.
And we need to make a kebab with ram.
You did not. Well, this is basically day 3 of your surveillance run. And,
Alright, cool. So our forgeries are ready now.
Well, not quite. It's at the end of day 3. And you notice that, Taka, one of the police officers that's standing at the entrance, he's looking at the kebab truck quite a lot. Often.
They have damn it, we don't have a tech guy. We can't try to patch into their comms and hear what they're talking about.
No, none of you have that expertise.
Damn it.
No, but Grace has mind dredge.
I'm not sure I'm within range, but I do have spine, but I'm not sure if I'm familiar enough with him to hear what he's talking about.
No. Screw spying, just mind dredge. Have access to their current thoughts.
Yeah, you don't have to don't worry about getting within range.
Are they gonna know if I try this?
That is honestly that actually changes from GM to GM.
Well, would Constantine know if they know? Is he one of the magic ones?
Oh, well, no, he doesn't seem to be magical. You can see he has no particular aura.
So he likely won't be able to detect me trying this.
I mean, it's not a guarantee that he won't, but probably not.
Okay. I guess I'll give it a shot. Watch me fail this roll.
He's very hungry.
God damn it.
He's really hungry.
I saw that coming, but you guys wanted me to make sure. But yeah, he's gonna come this way, and he's gonna get a really shitty...
And
it's your time to shine with your drum kebab.
He looks over
wait.
to his... Yes?
Is it the one that was in the booth?
No, it's one of the ones that's standing by. And
Does this kebab actually have an alcohol license?
No, this kebab truck does not. This fake kebab truck does not have an alcohol license.
Dude, we live in Ancapistan. Do we really need licenses?
France is probably the only place in the whole of Shadowrun that isn't Ancapistan.
Hey, corporate land is corporate land.
Although Ancapistan is probably something we'd have to pay one of the higher-ups for the right to sell liquor. So yeah, it would still be that. Otherwise we'd violate a NAP and they'd nuke us.
So yeah, the police officer comes over to the kebab truck, and he knows he's on duty, but the other guy just looks at him, raises an eyebrow, but doesn't really care otherwise, and says, "Hey, can you give an officer? Can you hook me up with a kebab, please?"
For you, officer, first one for free.
Well, that
I
is
swear to
quite the service, isn't it? And he looks quite happy as you hand him the kebab, and some idle chit chat ensues. He says, "This is since when have you been here in this location? I came back from vacation like yesterday, and I just saw you there."
Oh, just a new place. A lot of people walking around here. Was hoping to get some extra business in this place. You know how it is. It's rough running a street stall. Everyone always ordering food home.
Yes, well, I've never had a street stall, but I can imagine it's difficult. Can you not get a good spot in the city proper in Paris? I mean, certainly somebody.
You know how. Well, officer, didn't want to go into that, but you know how it is in the heavy city. Those gangs trying to racketeer us. It's only around places like this that we can really feel safe. You know, us good working men.
Yes.
Honest work.
We work very hard to keep you safe here. Here in particular, the National Police Service is always working very hard for this. He seems like you can hear his stomach grumble very loudly, though that might be just because of your heightened hearing.
And I would have given him the kebab by now.
Yes, you give him the kebab and he says, "Oh well, thank you very much," and then he walks off and he eats the kebab by the door. And this is also the time that you receive a message from I think it's Regine, the forger, Regine. Yes, and she says that your forgeries are ready.
Perfect.
Excellent. So are you collecting your forgeries?
Oh, we're gonna start selling more good kebabs. We got a business here.
No, we're collecting the forgeries. Obvious, yeah, that's the thing that we are doing.
Yeah, you now have, all four of you have very, very convincing French National Police ID cards. And you don't even want to think about how much this cost your Johnson.
Very well. Let's do a rather simple thing, and I will before we go in there, I will attempt to do something a little bit risque.
Risky or risque?
Risque, yes.
Oh my.
Are you going to charm them?
Let's say that we're in a private location, me and my companions. Yes.
Well, yeah, you're in the office space by Nemo.
We're in a private room. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I would request my companions to turn around and put on some blindfolds for about a minute.
Excuse me?
I would ask you to trust me as I shall attempt to create those disguises.
Okay, I'm going to invoke blind sight so that I can see through my lids.
Blind sight, though. No, you don't see through your lids as much as you have extraordinary senses to see with other ways. I would also request Grace to grant me some of his power, so to speak, and assist me in this.
Oh, heightened invocation. All right.
Yes, thank you.
I'm not gonna turn around after I saw how badly he made those kebabs. I don't trust him to make a good disguise.
Also, you at least, Julius, know that this guy is also at the same time a living pool of blood. I just want to remind you of that.
That is also.
I should know that too, because I was alive during that.
I don't know that, and also Vladimir is the only person in this group that Doc actually trusts. So, it's like, all right.
The only guy, huh? The only guy. I shared rum with you.
You also tried to get me. I'm not gonna forget the shit that happened last time in the church.
I have pinprick needles and voodoo dolls. Don't push me.
Pull either one, and I have a gun.
It's cute that he thinks that it's going to be in the same room.
What rank heightened invocations do you have?
I have heightened invocation 1.
Okay, then I shall.
I would have had 2, but you told me to get the focus. So.
Yeah, the focus is very good. You will not be able to assist me, as that is the rank 2 essence, but you can perform the regular assist action, which will grant me advantage 1.
Okay.
Okay. I would ask you all to wait patiently as I write to the DM.
All right.
I am very excited to learn what you have planned at this point.
Well, I'm helping him with
I'd like to
Titan
remind
Invocation.
you of the fact that if you now change the way their faces look, your fake IDs won't work anymore.
Oh, no. That's not what I am doing.
Okay. Because if that had been what you were trying to do, that would be a not very intelligent approach of dealing with the situation.
I don't know if I should be worried.
To me, I don't know either.
I should.
Well, why are you worried, DM?
No, I don't know if Taka should be worried, man.
Constantine doesn't know what the hell's going on. I mean, he has some idea since magic is involved, but like,
No, this is going to be a...
And you just notice something bad is going to happen when we're working with a pool of blood.
the problem is that Vlad's being awfully quiet on my end, so I can't really hear him that well.
Well, it's, it's Donovan's microphone. It never works. A friend of mine got me this foot warming thing. It's like a pillow, but it's got like a heating system built in. It's the best shit that the best gift I've ever gotten, man.
I basically want to...
How's that help your mic?
I basically want to create a telepathic link between the party.
Okay.
Now, my influence is connected to entropy, and his entropy, which we both have entropy and is the same stat, which is why he can assist me. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold
Sure.
hands and sing Kumbaya, guys.
Well then, what's your name? Dollmaker, give me an entropy roll.
All right.
No, that is an entropy roll that I am making.
Oh, so I was gonna give you. Okay, yeah. If you want to do it like that, you can do it like that.
Because I'm the one that's gonna persist this boon, I want Grace to attempt and do something else.
Okay.
I want Grace to, if possible, bolster my deception.
Also, your deception?
Yes.
Okay. I bolstered it.
There we go. Now with the advantage 2, multi-targeting 4, disadvantage 2.
Basically, the way that your deception bolster works now is that whenever he tells a lie or tries to deceive someone, there will be some voodoo spirit talking into the other ear of the person that's there and convincing them that what Donovan is saying is correct.
I can't do this. I don't have an attribute of 6 yet. Shit.
I do.
Yes, but you don't have influence 6.
No, but if I can offer my entropy to strengthen yours.
Nope, it would not work. Not by the rules.
Well, you want to try?
Instead, now that I'm bolstered, this is rank 2 bolster, right? Yes?
I'm not sure. I don't
yes.
think
No,
it.
that's 1. That's a 3. I don't know what the rank 2 is for that. That's a 7, isn't it?
No, let me check, because I'm almost completely certain that it is a rank.
No, wait. It's 24, so why am I getting a power level 3?
That doesn't make any sense. That is very much true.
That's an advantage 2,
No,
so it
it's
should be power level
advantage-
6.
It's advantage 2, yeah. It's because you didn't set up the thingy. Anyhow, yeah, it's advantage. I gain advantage 2. And I shall try to disguise the group, essentially, as proper government employees, which is a deception roll. Please, RNG be gentle.
So what exactly are you doing to that end?
Disguising.
So
Trying
you
to get the proper
are you
clothes and looks.
making them uniforms out of cloth?
No, I would get the uniforms, and I would basically try to make us appear as proper government employees.
But we have fake IDs.
Yeah, but you can't walk into a government building looking like a Shadowrunner or a voodoo guy.
Bullshit, I can't. I can say that I'm here to help the coroner.
Wait, you're telling me that you want to enter the building with your skull face.
No, don't do that.
So yeah, you all have. I mean, where the fuck did you get the national police uniforms from, Donovan?
Don't necessarily need national police. I just need us to look like, you know, the same way that a scientist would look, the same way that a forensic worker would look. It's pretty civilian clothing, but
It's like a normal person.
Grace does not normally look like a normal
None
person.
of you look like a normal person.
Except me, maybe.
Especially you right now. You're an ugly as sin man.
Stop sustaining that.
No, he just means in general. He doesn't think you're attractive.
Like the sensible individual that I am.
I have
You
seen
don't
your true
think-
form, and it disgusts me because I am a germaphobe.
No, but dude, you had that for the time when you took the picture.
You're telling me that I was sustaining that same boon for 3 days.
No, but you were sustaining it while she took your picture.
When we first met her, yeah.
So
And I
that's
guess that I have to sustain that form then.
Yes.
that's the picture that's on the fake ID.
Maybe.
Just
So
like I
basically,
have-
you just make the party look like normal people. Okay, no, that's possible.
Grace will need to look like a normal person. I will need to look like a normal person too.
I can just take off my mask and switch clothes. That's all I got.
Like for is the blue tattoo on your face? Is that lore?
No. That's the picture I found online.
I thought that was pretty cool. So you don't, yeah. Basically, you just need to look like you then. Maybe.
Yeah, Taka, like he really like. I just need to hide the weapons. Beyond that, he doesn't.
Yeah,
really seem to
I
want to do
bought a
anything.
skull
We
mask.
preferably should go in without weapons.
How much would a skull mask cost? Like 50 yen? 50 new yen? 500 new yen?
You have a skull mask.
It's a cosmetic effect, Grace, and this is open legend.
All right, then I'll just take the skull mask off and I have my suit. I still look good.
Well, your suit's a bit shit, so.
You
Can we?
try raising the dead. It's not pretty. They claw, they scratch.
Can we get him a clean suit?
Yeah. That's
And what about your friend on this, Julius?
Now, Krieg, you know the whole thing about resistance to sunlight and the shenanigans with that, right?
sure, but I would like you to explain it to me again.
For the audience.
Basically, I'm using the sustenance boon because it allows resistance to things like even radiation. I am essentially using it to resist the effects of sunlight.
By basically using blood magic. Yeah, sure, you just have to invoke that.
Well, I can do that with sustenance, though.
I just put on my
Yeah,
code.
but I mean,
am
I
literally using it. Literally using sustenance. The duration is 24 hours. In my own private time, I would go ahead and attempt to invoke it. Which should
could you move closer to the mic again or something?
During my own private time, my character would invoke it.
I guess I could try precogging now that we have some
It
more
doesn't
information.
pass, but okay, honestly, Krieg, would concentrating for an hour to try to make this pass allow it to set for all intents and purposes?
I have heightened invocation that can allow you my
yes,
skills.
it would allow you to do it, but you shouldn't stay. Let's just say you shouldn't stay out in the sun for too long.
Understandable.
I'm
Do you
gonna
want my hat?
actually, I'm gonna roll a dice of a size that you do not know, which I will take, and I don't know either yet because I was in Copenhagen. They had this like Faro Cigarra thing. It's like a huge nerd shop where you can buy nerd shit. It's like a cathedral. It's like spread over 5 different stores that are in the same street because they have so many categories of stuff. And they had like this huge dice tower where they were selling like thousands of different types of dice. And I spent a lot of money there. Jesus Christ!
How deep is your sack for die?
Good save.
Where is... fucking yeah. I'm gonna roll this. Oh well. Yeah. Let's just say you shouldn't stay out in the sun too long.
I mean, we're probably going to do this at night, so it shouldn't be too much of an
Are
issue.
you sure you don't want me to give you my coat?
It's fine. What's the worst that can happen?
You can poof into steam.
You could,
Red
you could
stew.
be
You
immolated.
literally don't know that can happen.
I've read books.
Yeah, but you don't know he's a vampire.
Yeah, I do. I saw him turn into a blood thing in that last job.
That's not a vampire skill. That's a blood mage.
I'm pretty sure I would research what the fuck that was.
Yeah, that was you research and you find out that's blood magic shit. So yeah, what's your exact approach? What do you guys want to do?
Front entrance, we have IDs.
I would say rear entrance is employees instead.
Yeah, rear entrance, not front, because that's where the cops saw us.
Yep. Rear entrance. Get in, throw on the sneak suits once we get in. At least Taka plans to.
How much did this suit cost?
Doesn't matter.
All right.
They were
I mean,
given
We
to
have
us.
the equipment with us in some bags.
No, I'm talking the new suit to replace my old scratchy one.
It really doesn't
Expensive.
It's all in the business expenses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're at the back door and you have your IDs and you're standing at the back door in your very convincing outfits, and you are standing in front of a keycard reader.
Well, we have the exact device for that. We have the keycard cracker. Let's use it. How long will it take?
Well, I'm going to roll a dice
Um,
again.
Also, are there cameras upon the door?
Three.
And the keycard reader?
3 cameras are
Okay.
upon the door.
Okay, very well.
Yeah, the thing starts
Do
going.
we have a thing to make cameras be unaware.
Do we have a jammer? I don't think we do.
No, you do not. The thing starts doing its thing.
No, we received. Wait. We received some part of equipment to circumvent the cameras. I remember.
Yeah, that will be the invisibility suits, which you do not have on.
Okay.
We're fucked.
You still-
Can we assume that our characters are not brain dead, and would realize that they would have to effectively enter invisible and then put on the disguises inside?
Yeah, but you have to assume that there are cameras inside.
Well, we're gonna need to find something like a changing room inside. Something without cameras to put on our disguises.
Yeah, but
We have
if,
we have a map of the place. We know where such a place would be.
right, but then we'd have footage of a door opening, nothing, and then a door opening again, and then 4 people coming out.
Live security, it's rare that every camera is viewed at all times by live security. It's usually viewed like hours later as the footage is analyzed if an event occurred.
All right, then yeah, let's go in. Let's go in with the
Or at
suits.
least it's normally like that.
The other issue is the magical the magical sentries that would be looking out. So we need something.
The spirits, yeah. And I don't know how to disable them.
Isn't that your job, magic people?
You can't disable them, you need to avoid them for all intents and purposes.
You can't really disable them in a system like Open Legends.
How do we avoid them?
Technically, disabling them would be casting the nullify pain on whoever the hell summoned them, but that is not going to be a thing.
Especially since none of us have protection.
Right, Taka can't see spirits, so I can't even avoid them. So like,
I don't think they'd pay attention to you either way, because you're not really on the astral plane like Vlad and I are.
well, we're in a group, so there's still 2 people in the party that they'll be paying attention to, and if we trip any sort of signal, we're gonna have the army on our ass.
Which is kind of why I asked, shouldn't I have stayed behind?
No.
All right, I mean, we're just going to get those
Remember, when you
skulls.
split up the party dies.
Yeah, I know, but like...
Okay, fine, Grace, you're right. If we would split the party in the way that you're suggesting, we would die and you would live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have allowed you to retcon and not stand at the door in the suits anymore, but what are you doing?
I mean, wouldn't it be smartest for one person to hack the door, and then 3 people or 4 people, depending on how you want it, just open the door normally?
Who's gonna be in the stealth suit?
Someone who isn't magical, then.
I would like to be in the sneaking suit.
Very well.
All right, so just to get this straight before we do that, I put on a suit, go to the door, hack the door, and like basically use like the keycard thing so that the door opens. And then we have somebody in plain clothes walk up, pretend to use their keycard on the door, and then open the now open door and then go in.
Yeah, and then the rest of the people can use stealth suits to go in.
You stand there with the keycard doing its thing, and you stand there, and then you still stand there, and you are still standing there. And even now, you are still standing there. And after 15 minutes, it goes, and the door unlocks. And
15 minutes. All right.
During
Jeez.
that time, I will do a single action, which is I will actually use the offering. Because I have a feeling we're missing something bad, and perhaps asking the Great Spirit Coyote will help.
Go for it.
Okay, you want me to precog again?
No,
It's
one of the
just a
things.
simple item. Just use it.
What?
No, one of the things that we got was an offering to Spirit of the Coyote.
I understand that that spirit is a very angry spirit.
Yeah, but we got an offering to it. We're good.
so yeah, basically, yeah, the thing you have, it'll do something. It'll owe you a favor if you use that charm. That's what it's for.
Yep, nothing to worry
We
about.
should use it.
Do it.
All right, then you
No,
can.
no. I asked about a different idea. In case, what if the hardworking dwarf contacts tech support and says that his keycard doesn't work? That could
Feels like a very high bluff roll.
Yeah.
Plus, I already got the door open. We're good.
Yeah, the door is currently open, and you have a feeling that it won't stay unlocked forever.
Then I, as the hardworking dwarf in my coroner's outfit, quickly walk in by showing the keycard.
Yep.
You don't have a key card.
I take a piece of fucking plastic then.
You perform the motion of swapping a keyguard while covering the device with your body, so to speak.
Yeah,
And I
basically.
retrieve the device as well.
Yes,
We
and
could just
then-
convince them it was user error that we kept putting the card in wrong.
and now you are inside.
All right. What's our immediate surroundings like? Are we like in a hallway?
Wait,
or,
wait,
like,
Julius is inside, so you want to go inside as well, just following him.
What
Yeah,
was
I
that
see
the
we're all
plan?
The door
going
is
inside.
open.
Yeah.
This is the point where the body should follow inside.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we're all-
neither Grice nor you, Vladimir, did go to the door. Did you?
Am I the one that's missing events, or is it you?
The only people who are actually standing by the door right now are Taka, because he was there all along, and Julius, because he walked up there.
Okay, we'll approach, and we'll go through the door as it is now open.
Okay. You
Awesome.
follow. The door is almost closing again as you follow through to Julius. And now everyone's inside, and Taka is still completely invisible.
We need to ask the spirit of what are we missing? Something is missing from the great picture, great spirit.
Are you sure you don't want me to precog?
I mean, using a
Ask-
it would probably take
ask-
some.
Spirit, we need guaranteed information now.
Are you? So I'm gonna let you make a logic roll.
Okay. The way that I'm feeling is that we're in a metal box and we're all gonna get killed very soon.
I'm feeling you're a bit paranoid.
Nah.
I mean, I'm a shaman. I should have some advantage on summoning spirits. I don't know if voodoo will play into this or not.
paranoid at all.
So yeah, it seems to you a very good idea to use this charm right here, right now.
Yep.
This is-
Constantine
How bad?
interrupts him, and I'm gonna roll my own roll. Should I have advantage voodoo or what?
I think it's a great idea. What's your problem?
Well, I'm a shaman.
There's probably a camera on the door. We need to move to a spot where we're not so we're way too
We're
open.
inside right now.
Yeah,
If
we're
we summon
inside.
it, the
Cameras
battle
exist
mages will
inside,
know.
too.
Yeah.
This is a last-ditch effort item.
Wait. We're summoning a physical spirit?
No, but
Yeah.
you're doing magic.
It's pretty obvious. If we
I
do
think-
this,
I think
the
if-
battle mages will know.
I
The
mean,
spirits
Vladimir
will know.
still thinks this is a great idea. I mean, fucking, why would they care?
Why would they care? Why would they try to violate?
It's not a good idea. I'm a shaman. I know this magic. You're summoning a spirit. It's gonna wake up everybody. It's gonna set up a fucking alarm.
And I've
Gonna get us
seen the
killed.
and I've seen the magic users with my drone. and
Fine,
they're gonna
fine,
fucking say
use the
something.
charm if you think you can use it so well.
Listen, if you do that here, I've seen the spirits around here. They are on the alert for magic. If you use it, they'll set off an alert the battle mages, and the battle mages will set off an alert other people, and then we're fucked. So we can't
Fine,
get out.
fine. If you think you can use the charm that well, then you have it. Let's see how you handle it.
Constantine takes the charm.
First
like-
day for you all. There is a police officer standing in the corridor next to you, who has approached while you were standing there and discussing things. And he smiles at you. He's a very genuine smile. He says, "First day, I've never seen you before around here."
I'd approach him to shake his hand. No, not exactly.
That's
More of an
stupid.
assistance crew with the crash situation.
Ah, yes, it's very. He also shakes your hand. Yes, very important, very complicated things with all the space debris and the. Did you know that? Well, of course you know that the drone, it goes into space. It's really quite fascinating. I was never into this whole space thing, you know. But can I show you around? Is there something you need? I mean, this facility can be a bit labyrinthine at times. When I started out here, it was very complicated. I need half a year to know my way around. Anyway, well, my wife always said it's very difficult for me to find my way around. So probably it's a bit, it's just for you it would be normal. It's to me really a supermarket would be labyrinthine. But really, to be fair, many of the supermarkets are actually built to be labyrinthine. Did you know that? It's a psychological thing where what they do is they send you through a lot of products, so you always are. They try to make you buy things. It's really quite insidious.
Guys?
No. We're gonna listen.
Guys!
We're gonna listen to.
Guys!
Anyway, I can very much empathize with this being your first day. If there is anything I can do for you, please do let me know. What? I can show you to your offices. Which offices do you work in?
No, it's fine. We know the way. I appreciate it. We worked here in the past.
Donovan. He's literally giving us a guided tour of the facility.
No, we're not
can
following
take-
the annoying NPC. No.
Yes, Donovan.
You should probably
I'm just-
discuss this in character.
Okay. In character, Vladimir would say, "Do not worry. We know the way already." I appreciate though. Thank you very much.
Are
Me and
you
my
sure?
friend-
I know my way around here
No, we
quite well. I've been working
really
here
should
for 5
have.
years.
I truly apologize. Perhaps later we'll have a coffee. Can I have your number?
Taka says that we should have him take us to the office.
I say I'm truly sorry for my assistant. He is a bit special, as you might see here. We would very much like you to take to our offices, please.
Then we should ditch him.
This guy will doom us. What are you doing?
Yeah, he basically leads you upstairs. I mean, you all know the floor plan, and you know where he's going to take you. He leads you upstairs, and he uses his key card to get you into an office section. And it's basically this is where the offices are. And he says, which office number are you in?
Which one is the closest to the black box?
That would be it. Well, it doesn't really matter. It would probably be like Office 3.
Okay. We'll say Office 3 and hope it's empty.
That's
No,
right.
no, no.
Yes, Office
No,
3.
no, I'm gonna have to interrupt there. Did my drone see any special offices, as in locations of body heat?
Well, yeah, Offices 1 and 4, there was body heat in those. But there was also occasionally body heat in the other offices, but you're not sure if that might have just been people cleaning there.
Then it's probably a good idea to go either 3 or 2.
Yeah, so it leads you to three and says, "Well, this here is where you'll be working out of. Really, you can call me anytime. I am most of the time I am often down in the cantina. I will, I actually make they have a coffee machine, but I actually can ground beans. This is one of the things where people like me around here. I'm a very good coffee maker. It's a hobby of mine. It's not just soy cafe. It's actual real coffee. I mean, of course, you're going to have to boost me by a couple of nuyen, but really, it is one of the best coffee types in here in the whole city. My old boss used to say that I should probably quit the police job and start making coffee for a living, and I think that's actually a very, very good idea. I have often considered doing that, but obtaining a business license, even for a former police officer, is a very, very difficult thing to do. Because especially coffee. Oh, the connections you need to get good coffee. I mean, I have them. but they
Someone not
probably-
invisible, fucking
I
stop
am
him! What the hell are
rolling
you
a
doing?
will save.
No, I'm gonna ask.
Without winning, I'm fucking charming him.
No, I'm gonna ask. Do you use deionized or distilled
Why
water?
you charm him now?
I like to use both deionized and distilled water, a combination, but I also do prefer. I like it when
If you use magic, we're fucked.
Does 18 passes resolve?
18 does pass his resolve. What exactly are you doing?
I just want him to leave.
Well, wow,
I
how
just-
do you accomplish this? What do you say to him?
I say to him, I have to go now, but we will meet very soon, after we finish a couple of things.
Yes, of course,
Yes,
course.
but
Yes,
not now, not immediately.
Yes, of course. Have a lot of fun. Goodbye. I have to go really quick. I need to go to the little boy's room. And he
Take care.
he
Oh,
leaves.
the coffee is great.
And
In character, fucking kill me.
In character, we were about to discover the secrets of perfect coffee, and you just ruined it.
Oh my
I
god, you're
prefer
an
mine
idiot.
Caribbean.
Okay, he's gone. Pull up a map.
Why
How far
would
are
you
we from
make
the
an
black box?
NPC like this, Krieg? You sadistic fuck.
Constantine.
You literally made the spam text NPC from Shadowrun Hong Kong, but you put it into your game.
but you
we
know
can't
what? But you
There's-
know what?
There's literally an NPC like this in one of the Shadowrun games, but this is real life, so you can't skip dialogue.
But
Could
you
have
know
had him
what though?
chase after his dream.
You know what though? I pulled that one out of my ass.
I believe it. You're that kind of sick fuck.
I don't see what's so sick about it.
Yeah, you're now in Office 3, and to get to the actual hangar, you would have to go downstairs, the other stairs, and go through a door down there to get into the hangar proper.
You should do that.
Now someone's gonna have to be in Office 3 to prove his cover, in case it comes back, so he just doesn't think everyone's gone.
Really? I mean, you could just be out using the bathroom or something. I think that's okay.
Yeah, but everyone using the bathroom, that's a little bit suspicious.
But where's everybody else?
Does
now?
the office number 3 have a camera inside, and is it empty?
The office number 3 does not have a camera inside, and you are the only people in here.
Is it the kind of office with large open glass windows, or the one with
No, it's like a workers. It's like an office for 6 people. But the walls are solid.
Okay. Do we have a lock on the door?
Yes, you can lock the door, but you don't have the key.
Okay. Taka, hold the door while invisible. We'll try to switch as fast as possible.
All right. Take your time. I walk over to the door. Hold the door.
How long will this take us, or do we roll agility or something like that?
What you're slipping into the invisibility suits, I'm presuming.
I'm not sure if we should, if the spirits are able to detect us.
Yeah. I think you.
Now, do they see things on the physical plane, or do they just see things on, like...
They see things on the astral plane. They do not see things on the physical plane.
All right, and would they be alerted if they saw us invisible, but seen on the astral plane?
They wouldn't be able to discern what is on the physical plane.
Well, sure, yes, they wouldn't know if you were invisible or not, so they probably wouldn't suspect you. However, you are going into a restricted area.
And there wouldn't be any way to hide who we are from them.
That's why I'm thinking that either you two magic users are probably going to have to stay in the office to provide cover and to make sure that people don't think it's suspicious.
Feels like dead party members, so no.
I'm just throwing out ideas on how to not get detected. Since a magic used in a restricted area.
No, and if I invoke Seen on you, they'd see that, wouldn't they?
Question: if somebody uses the Undoers, will that make us disappear in the astral as well?
Yes.
Okay.
But you will be knocked. You will literally be knocked out for 20 minutes.
Okay, here's the plan. We know the route into the secure area. We all wear the suits. Me and Grace will knock ourselves out. Julius and the Beast are gonna need to carry us inside. Hopefully nothing gets fucked. No one appears on the astral, no one appears on the physical. We have the necessary hacking devices to get in.
Would there be a way to shut off my magic temporarily, or no?
No.
No.
So, like, I can't shut myself out, like, with will or anything.
And just to be clear, like, both, like, Taka and Julius both have signatures in the astral. Like, they're living beings. They're just not particularly there in any strong manner. It's not like, but it's not like they're completely not on the astral. It's not like they're chromed up to oblivion.
The spirits won't pay any attention to them.
Well, they might not.
I mean, they would just see a normal human, quote-unquote humanoid in the restricted area. I don't think they would see anything suspicious.
Grace, you're able to ask your deities if the course of action of knocking two of our companions out will ensure our stealthy approach.
Okay.
Or if it's necessary. Just ask if it's necessary.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, they tell you that these spirits. Well, basically, you only you can see him. But Papa Legba is standing there, and he's looking around, and he's smelling the air, and he says, "They are not here for anything but to look if there are mages, and if there are not mages who go down there, it is not going to be a problem. And if you are to stay up here, the people in here they do not suspect anything. It would not be a problem."
So he says we can just stay here.
Yeah.
That seems to be the way.
Very well. Risky, but it seems that Papa says we can split the party.
Now the question is, do I and the Invisible Man go, or...
All of you are now invisible.
You and Taka will need to go. Me and Grace stay in the office.
No, I'm just thinking, why would you and Grace be invisible in the office?
In case someone opens the freaking door.
But we've been escorted here. They wouldn't suspect you being some...
But here's the thing. At the end of the day, we're not supposed to be here. And not being seen is better than being seen.
Yes, but an empty office when someone knew they escorted someone there is a bit suspicious.
Okay, the real reason is because Vladimir does not want for any reason to talk to that individual ever again. Okay?
Does Constantine have the sense that if he just sticks around here in the office, they won't give a shit, even if he's not invisible?
Well, they won't care. No, they know you're here. They don't mind.
Constantine doesn't care then. He's not. He's not going to be like. He's not going to tip them off that he's gone.
I'm gonna sit in the corner, invisible, having nightmares about meeting that individual again.
So yeah, that's how the things are.
Can't
I
you
wonder
just...
if I should have tried out talking him about distilling rum to get him to shut up.
No,
No.
I wouldn't even sell that man a kebab. Okay, that's how much I don't like him.
Just interrupt, say, hey, yeah, no, this is great, but like, I really gotta just go handle something really quick. Like, can we just pick this up later? And then you fucking walk away.
No,
These
try
people
to
exist
say-
in real life. How do you deal with them?
They do.
That's
No,
like this isn't a hard thing.
No, in real life you can apply violence. Okay.
Jesus Christ! Where do you live in rural Mexico, dude?
I live in
No,
the
he's
Middle
Israel.
East.
He's Israel. He knows this hatred of people because of the current political climate.
Yeah.
We are Shadowrunners. We get paid to kill.
We're not getting paid to kill anybody
Come
on this
on.
mission.
We're getting paid to not die.
We're getting paid for recovering a black box. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, that's the most accurate statement I've heard all night.
No one said that people don't die sometimes during standard operations.
Pretty sure they don't die in an enclosed space like this.
The less corpses, the less
Accidents
evidence.
happen. Let's
I mean, if
continue.
you want, I can make him sick and he can go and leave.
He's not an issue right now, Vladimir. Well, like, all right. So, somewhat like, what's the current rundown? I heard a couple of plans.
You
Which one
two
are we
go
going
into
with?
the facility. Me and Grace stay here. I would
All right.
prefer to stay in the invisibility suit.
Be
That's
ready to go when we get back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how are we escaping? Are we just gonna open the door and run?
You go in, you retrieve it, and then you get back. Hopefully.
Yeah, but when we get back, in case we fuck up.
Oh, after you gain the black box.
Yeah,
We get it. Yeah, we leave it same way we got in. There's a door.
I'm just wondering, is the door locked?
You don't know yet because you haven't gone down there.
No, I'm talking like on the door we entered from.
No.
The door you used to get into the offices section is locked with a key card, but you can open it from the inside.
Okay.
And as long as we don't trip any alarms, and they probably won't like completely shut down access to the building, and so we're fine.
Now, Donovan, I'm gonna have to ask you. Oh no, it's Vladimir, right? Yeah, Vladimir. Anyway, person in who looks a bit steampunky. Can you please not be invisible? It's gonna set off more alarms if only one person remains than if two people are here.
I'll just tell him I ate him.
Fine, let's go with that.
Taco.
That is a constituted response, by the way. That's in character.
I know.
Wait, sorry. Fuck. Julius. We have comms or something, right? Or did the telepathy thing work?
The telepathy thing didn't work, but you do have comms over your comlink.
All right. So, all right. I switched to comm and put the invisibility suit fully back on. Yeah. Hopefully, there's some sort of audio muffling from the inside of that, or else we're gonna have to be talk.
I try to give them.
No,
true
there
sight.
isn't.
All right. We'll just have to be quiet with this.
I just want to know though, for the record, if I give them a boon, will they be picked up by the spirits?
Yes.
Okay, then that's. I'm sorry, guys. I can't help you there.
It's fine.
Hey, you're sustaining my deception, man. Come on.
We'll do this the old-fashioned way. And then talking motions to leave the room.
But I follow.
Okay. You leave the room, and I presume you go downstairs and all that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You encounter a door that clearly it's a door with a glass window in it, and beyond it you see this huge hall with all kinds of wrecked parts. But the door is locked.
Key card or key?
Key.
Oh, like key? Shit.
You do have a tool for that.
Oh,
Hold on, looking through the thing. See, we have a key lock cracker and a key card cracker.
Oh, it's a key log thing. It's not key thing then.
Oh yeah. Then yeah. We set up set up the key log cracker. Wait. Are there any? I checked the hallway for cameras beforehand. Are there any cameras pointed at this position?
Yes.
Julius, we got a bit of a problem. Fuck! I wish we had a tech guy. This would be so much easier.
It's true.
Do you have a hairpin?
A hairpin?
Yeah.
I mean, don't tell any of the others, but yeah.
All right. Now this is gonna sound stupid, but we're gonna try and lockpick it the old-fashioned way.
You're gonna lockpick a keypad.
Oh, I thought it was a keypad. Oh, I thought it was
No. We have a thing to get through the door. The problem is the camera that's on us.
I thought it said a key.
Yeah, no, I changed it because you'd only have the equipment for a keypad. But opening the door itself isn't really the problem.
Yeah, it's the camera.
Now, is that camera moving?
No, it's static.
I'm gonna come back to Constantine and Vladimir. Guys, we have an issue with the camera. Is there any way that you can find the basically command room for security and disable some cameras, or possibly point them in a different direction?
Do we know where the camera room is in this place?
You have a good guess.
Now someone has to stay in the room in case of someone comes in.
Please don't tell me it's the protected booth.
I really
it's
don't
not
think
the protected
somebody
booth.
needs to stay in the room. I really don't think that.
Is it? Do we assume it's there or somewhere else?
No, it's you could reach it easily. It's like on the same level as you are. It's like around the corner.
Very well.
Like, it's like almost on the other side of the building, but it is basically around the corner.
Grace, let's go.
Go where?
To the security room.
Okay. I guess we'll go that way then. Should I be invisible?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, then I become invisible.
For the record, we're just gonna stay invisible unless otherwise stated.
Okay.
All right.
And now I'm gonna take the suit quickly off in case someone joins here. In the room.
You're gonna
But why?
take off the suit in broad view of the camera.
No.
He's an exhibitionist.
No, didn't we go back to the room with?
No, you two are still standing
Oh, okay.
in
And
front
then
of
we're
the
just
hangar
gonna wait
door,
there.
and the camera can't see you. But nobody can see you. But you know. So yeah, the
No,
other
we're
two
gonna
guys
be
are
the
heading
other
for the security camera room, and a police officer passes you. He gives you a nod, and then you get to the in front of the camera room, and there's a bloke standing.
What do you mean he gives us a nod? We're
Oh,
invisible.
yeah, you're invisible. I forgot. Just pass, and a police officer passes you, and he stands there for a moment and listens, but he doesn't seem to think that he actually heard something. Yeah, and
Damn echoes.
Are there
you
people
finally
inside?
arrive at a secure door, which you will need a keycard for, and there is also a police officer standing right next to it.
Grace, could you create a... Okay, no. A 15-minute distraction is kind of difficult.
Yeah, especially in here. But there's no magic that can be detected around here if I use it. So shit, I don't know. I don't have enough to dominate him.
This is what illusions are for, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not very good at illusion. That's you, my man.
Are you really good at like a rear naked
I
choke?
shall attempt to create an illusion then. I shall basically attempt to make it so that when he puts the keycard reader that nothing is changing. Everything is the same around him.
Well, we could... Oh, if we had hallucination... Oh, fuck, I should have got that perk. That would have been perfect.
No, it's fine. Even without hallucination, this will work perfectly. We don't need hallucination for this. Also, for hallucination, you need like influence 6, and it's a heavy investment.
How much do you have?
I have 5.
Oh, okay.
Anyhow, it's basically a standard illusion over all of his sentence. You know the boon, the
Yeah.
bane, all
Yeah,
observers and stuff.
It's a phantasm.
Yeah.
Excelism. Yeah, you pop in the key card, and he just stands there. He just looks around. He
I
picks
would
his
make it
nose.
so that as if everything is the same essentially. It affects all
He
5
scratches his balls.
Just
Cool guy.
really, then he just like smells the hand afterwards, and then just kind of looks around and hopes nobody saw that.
Yeah, and eventually it goes on and bzzz, and the door opens.
All things that he would not know are happening.
Yes, he doesn't know. He doesn't notice that the door right next to him just opened.
Okay, let's go in. Is there anyone inside?
Yes, there is a bloke inside. He's got a mug of coffee in his hands, and he's
looking
very
at-
attentively looking at the security cameras.
Can you describe in great detail the type of coffee he's drinking?
Well, it smells very good. This isn't just regular soy calf. This is some really, really good coffee, apparently prepared by someone who really, really knows his shit.
Huh. Maybe
Are
that
you,
guy.
are you making this real lore right now, Creed?
Yes.
We could have known the recipe, but you had to go and get him out of there.
Okay.
Saying,
Grace,
like,
Grace.
We'll live through
We-
the mission, but we
We
lost
need
something.
we need this to be a whammy. Okay.
Not-
Do
not-
the incapacitate damage, murder him immediately, and then you use the summon boon to make him appear as if he's still alive and doing his thing. By essentially
Couldn't we
turning
just
him
do a
into-
phantasm on the wall, on the monitors and shit?
Why not just charm him? We all have.
No, because it's the lower rank charm. I can't command them to do things that are clearly against his that.
No, but you can make him not look at a certain monitor at the moment.
That's not how that works.
So just to make this clear, if you do any big time magic, one of the spirits that's around is probably gonna go tell on you with his battle mage. And then there's gonna be a couple of police officers to look in that place where you are right now.
Yeah.
So that's what's gonna happen if you pull off
Tattletale
anything
spirits.
big time.
I can't, like... Shoot. There has to be a way to get him to sleep. He has coffee. That's gonna wake him up. I don't know if I could pour rum in there, maybe. Get him drunk.
Don't you have roofies? Like, I mean, I figured he would.
Why would
That
you
came up
figure
with-
Constantine
that-
would have a roofie?
He's a Shadowrunner, you know.
Actually,
we do
Constantine
things.
does have a roofie.
Yeah, you see. Check your
Why?
pockets.
What is my roofie?
Well, you have several of them. Each of you has one.
You talking about my pumpkin grenade?
It's the thing that knocks you out for 20 minutes. Jesus Christ, do I have to spell it out?
Alright then, I dropped that carefully in the coffee.
Actually, it's a syringe, so you'd have to inject him.
Okay. And if I inject that into the coffee, that wouldn't do anything. Okay. Shit.
Well, it would
Wait,
probably...
wait. No. No, this is actually simple. We're invisible. The Anduar, it's a syringe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it has to be employed via. It can't be put into a drink, right?
Well, it's for all you know, that it only works if it's through the veins.
Do
Don't
you know
know.
how fast acting it is?
Well, if it's in the veins, it's probably pretty fast acting. I mean, from the description of what it does, it probably makes sense for it to be fast acting.
Okay, like fast
you
acting
think-
is in after we put in the needle, it does the thing. Yes.
Yes, like pretty much immediately.
Okay, would silencing the target be considered major magic?
Yeah.
If you
But you probably wouldn't need to do it because, I mean, there's one guy in this room.
How do
What
we-
can happen
how do
in
we-
6 seconds, DM?
How do we get him to?
Grace, okay, me, you with the needles. Come on.
Okay, well, I'm still trying to figure out how.
We
Do you want to try? Do you want to try charming him a little bit so that he's like
No,
at ease?
magic.
Wait,
Yes,
can
yes.
you use
Magic.
sorry, did you guys talk about
Spend
using
some
in
legend
Endure?
points. Both
Yeah,
of us will do an
they're exactly on that thing, but they still want to do magic.
Yeah.
No,
Look.
well, okay, fine.
Look, spend some legend points, do an agility roll. Hopefully we pass.
I should have like 3, right?
Yeah, I know, it's gonna be kind of rough. Our odds are low.
Well, I got a score of 3 for agility, so
Yeah, spend some legend points, my dude.
okay.
I'm gonna spend
I
2
Can
myself.
spend 2.
Yeah, and we're gonna both try to stab him at the same time, essentially. Let's hope it goes well.
This is gonna be so bad.
Yeah, I'm spending 2 legend points. I hope it's enough.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, you both hit him in the neck at exactly the same time, and it's like. "Ugh." And just for the record, this was a skill check that had a DC of 3, so
Wait, what?
yeah,
That's cruel, Krieg.
it is. I'm a cruel
that-
god.
A skill check of 3?
Yeah, I don't know why the fuck you were pussyfooting around like that. You should just take the thing, put it in the neck, and then fucking.
Dude, that would be.
No. The problem is that you're thinking this like as if you're the DM.
Yeah, that is true. In my game, it would be DC 18 to 22, but
That's
you know.
probably true. Yeah. So that's what happened. Okay. So now you
made
are the
me
only.
rolled for a kebab, man.
You are the only conscious people right now in here.
Now we will have our
Kill
comms
the
on
feeds.
so we can talk to each other,
Kill-
right?
Kill the feeds.
I think Craig is a little sexist because we haven't come across a female cop yet. I'm just putting that out there.
Oh,
There needs to be more diversity in here.
There are female cops in this building. Don't worry about it. You might meet them. You don't want to.
So what you're saying is that I can go to the locker room.
Gee, I
But
wish
I'm the
somebody in the
sexist.
security room would tell me that they turned off
No.
the
I'm a
cameras.
chauvinist, not a sexist.
Yeah, I'm assuming they told you that the camera's turned off now.
Yeah.
All right. I attached the.
We would also delete the shenanigans in front of the previous camera,
Why would you
Yeah.
do that?
because it looked like a door was getting hacked because we didn't do it well, or did it look
Yeah, but what's part of the mission statement?
make it look like Atsticorp did it?
Yeah.
Cool.
And you're a blood mage, so you should probably like drop some blood here.
I'm gonna actually, now that the needle is empty from the chemical, I'm gonna just draw a little bit of his blood into it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What?
Yeah. Basically,
Yeah, see, this is the shit that makes me think you're a vampire.
but you
No, this is the shit. This is standard procedures for blood. Also, Krieg, you are a meanie. Atsticorp is literally the blood magic corporation, and even people from Atsticorp give me shit.
yeah,
Yeah, but you're not affiliated with them.
Much like you don't like anyone, nobody likes you either.
Here's another thing though, is that you're kind of like an apostate to them. It's not cool.
I like Udo is the man.
With a doo-doo-doo-doo, the key lock pad opens and you can go through the door.
All right. I go through the door.
Go through the door.
All right. So now we're in the room that was full of that junk, right?
Yeah, this is a big. It's like an airplane hangar sized thing.
Do we see any people in here?
And in the very core, there is this drone that is like the size of basically it's almost the size of your kebab truck. That's probably the drone, and it looks very heavily damaged. It looks like something that might have been to space. There's a parachute section behind it that has been cut off and is on a separate evidence table, which is the parachute is ripped. And many parts of the thing itself are on different evidence tables all around because they've basically just broken off.
They probably got the black box out by now.
No,
is the black box
you
supposed to
know
be-
that they haven't.
Oh, all right. In that case, I go to the very large drone.
And I'm on lookout to see if anyone's coming.
Yeah, it's a very large drone.
I'm assuming that Nemo or Madame Petit gave me some sort of briefing as to where the hell a black box would be on this thing, because I'm not a tech guy.
Yeah, you would have to basically go from the top. There is a circular thing that you would have to push down on and then turn. And in there would be secured by a bunch of screws the black box.
All right.
Would this be
and-
feasible?
Now, here it might
Yes,
be
you
better
could
if we
also
switch
just
places.
tell me what you're doing. You don't have to secret DM me everything.
No, but Grace will think I'm evil then.
He already does think that. Back to Taka.
I think you're immoral. I don't know.
Also,
you're
like, if you
evil.
say something out of character, then the players don't, like, the characters themselves don't know it unless you use the meta knowledge. And what kind of cheater would do that?
Well,
Yeah,
it's
Vlad.
It's Constantine.
Constantine. I've been playing Constantine like a bravado fool, so I thought I've been doing very well on that.
Yeah, Taka, you know what to do.
All right. And
No, wait.
back
Wait,
to
I'm
the
gonna,
comms.
yeah, I'm gonna have to ask you. Would you like to switch positions since I have a robot hand and I have a screwdriver?
Oh wait. Oh yeah. Yeah. You get up here.
Would you like to
I'll
switch
watch.
positions because I have a robot hand and a screwdriver?
I mean, yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, give me an agility roll, Julius.
Who, me?
No, Julius
Julius.
is climbing up the thing, isn't he? Yeah, you as you climb up the thing, your foot suddenly slips. And you almost fall, but you grab onto something at the last moment and you manage to pull yourself up, but there's a very loud as something inside that thing falls to the ground quite loudly.
No. From you said fell to the ground. I'm on the ground, so I'm going to see what fell.
It's just like a small piece of metal. But it was just pretty loud because it's quite flat, and the airplane hangar obviously doesn't swallow sound very well.
Julius, don't move for a second. I wait to see if anybody shows up.
Nothing happens.
All right, continue.
And do I do another agility roll, or
No, you're up there now.
I'm gonna push the thing and then turn it?
Okay, it's a bit stuck, but eventually you do get the hang of it, and it moves away with a. Apparently, there was no pressure in that specific chamber, and in there is a. It's about like a tennis ball sized cube that is screwed in tight in a metal framework that has hydraulics attached to it to minimize impact. Also, Taka, give me a perception roll.
Oh crap! First roll of the session, and it's not a thing. Oh wait, no, I do have perception. Okay.
Yeah, you hear the brrr and the click from the door opening to the hangar, and 3 people from the National Police walk in, and they're looking around, frowning. And one of them.
I make a very quiet, almost imperceptible noise for Julius to hear. Just we got company. Just whispering into the comms, just so he's aware of the situation.
Julius can also see them now, and they seem to be very confused. Very, they have their hands on their weapons. Certainly.
This we need a distraction for them.
Yeah, and they
I will ask Grace. Grace? Our companions
Yes?
appear to be in a bit of trouble over the comms.
Are they in
how-
trouble?
They appear to be in trouble. Do you think how about unleashing that spirit here and, literally alerting everyone here so they can escape while we hightail it out of here and the spirit causes trouble?
Do we have the black box?
We should have the black box. Do we have the black box?
Not yet. We're working on it.
How about unscrew it?
Do you want me to summon a creature here to alert the other creatures?
Ask Papa real quick if that would be a wise decision.
Okay.
He said, it could work. I don't know Coyote very well. I tried to have coffee with him once, but he's a very busy man. He's a very, very powerful spirit, though. It might work out. It probably will.
Okay, so I should invoke a spirit here and have it
Well, you
float
just
around.
basically you use the charm. You don't have to roll anything even. You just have to tell him what you want him to do.
We want as large a disturbance as possible, distraction over here, so that our companions will have the time to take the device and we can all escape.
Why here? Why not outside?
Or somewhere
We
other
will leave the
than-
room after it is.
All right.
We're not gonna stay here. We're gonna hightail it out of here.
They're gonna discover the boat, though.
We won't be here by then. Hopefully, the distraction will have it on for enough time for us to be able to run away.
Or I could summon a spirit into the guard and have him run around.
That will alert the mages anyway, but it won't be as much of a disturbance. It will get
Okay.
some people, but not everyone. We need.
But have we made it look like Ascorp?
Yeah.
Ascorp.
Yes.
Ascorp!
I love Ascorp.
Operation
They-
you can trust.
I don't remember the name, so
Of course,
Ascorp.
of course, we're not as good as Tits Corp.
Come on.
Which one are you, mister?
No. Cedar cock. Yes. That's
Jesus Christ, are you gonna summon the spirit or not?
I guess I have little choice on the matter.
You have all the choice in the matter.
You are literally the one who decides if to do this.
Well, so what's the actual scenario here? I wasn't.
Well,
I was kind of
basically,
drifting in and out.
you take the
We-
bottle and you smash it on the ground, and then you can communicate with the spirit.
Yeah, but what's the situation with Julius and Taka?
Well,
There
all you
are
know
armed
is that
guards.
there's something. They're in trouble. They can only whisper right now, and they appear to not quite have the black box yet, but are working on it.
All right. I guess I summon Coyote then.
Okay, you smash the bottle on the ground, and there's a hiss coming out of it, and basically it's a the things in there begin to coalesce with the air, and a pool of black goo forms on the ground, and out of it comes the face of a Coyote, and he says, "Oh, my friend, what can I do for you?" You're meant to answer that question.
We need
I need a distraction to help my friends and able to steal a black box.
and to give us enough time to escape this place.
And to give us enough time to escape. And if you could possibly make it look like Ascorp.
The spirit itself doing this is already the symbol.
With this offering, I can do a great amount of things, my friend.
Ask for the perfect recipe for rum kebabs.
Suddenly, the earth starts shaking. Like everywhere. It's really, really bad. In the hangar hall, suddenly also the earth starts shaking. And a lot of the things that are standing around are just falling over. Much like, for instance, this fairly large drone that is no longer symmetrical enough to be supported by its own weight while it is being rocked around. Therefore, Julius Thalberg, give me an agility roll.
Can't I go inside it?
No, there is no inside. This is a drone. This is an unmanned vehicle.
Yeah, but I'm a dwarf. Can't I crawl into it? I mean, it was quite big.
When there is no inside space, you can't crawl in because there is no inside space.
Then let's make some inside space.
You're not that kind of engineer. Yeah, while the thing does tip over, you do actually, quite spectacularly, the thing tips over, and you actually manage to land on your feet and almost be crushed by the thing. Taka is on the other side now, and the police officers are screaming and complaining about, no, what the fuck is going on? What's happening? What's happening? And they're going for the going for the earthquake safe locations.
Julius, get the box.
Yeah. What direction is the opening at? Is it towards me or?
Yeah, you can
rotate
reach
clockwise.
up and get there.
Do I do another agility roll?
No, you can just do it.
All right, I'm gonna quickly unscrew the box then, in the combination of the earthquake.
Okay, you now have the black box, but you can't really put it anywhere.
How big is it?
It's like tennis ball sized.
Shove it into your suit.
Shove it into your ass.
Very tight fitting suit.
Surely the crotch area has extra room.
Yeah.
If it's tennis size, can you fit it in your mouth?
If it doesn't have room, just kind of just tuck, like do what drag queens do, and just kind of push your balls and pull it under, and then
Fuck it, I'm shoving it between our butt cheeks.
Very interesting that was the first example your mind jumped
In
in.
his butt.
Hey, don't ask me about what I do in my free time. Just tuck the fucking thing. Let's get out of here. People are dying. Shit's real.
Yeah, Julius. What are you
Okay,
gonna
so
do?
Vlad and I booked it out of the camera.
Yeah,
room, right?
we are booking.
I'm asking what Julius is doing right now.
As there are no other options, is it big enough to fit in my mouth?
You could put it in your mouth, yeah.
I think that's gonna be a lot better than shoving it up my ass.
I gave you an alternative.
Okay, you take the black box into your mouth, and yeah, now what? While the mages upstairs are booking it, and going to the presumably the back door. What are you two doing in there?
Sorry. Thinking back to mission parameters. Our key lock crackers are they sort of marked with anything that says the name? Oh God, what are they the name?
Ats
The other
Technology.
company? Yeah.
Right. So if there was ever a forensic investigation into this situation, it would probably turn out that all of the equipment that you used was made by Ats Technology.
All right, then we just need to leave then. All right. We start running towards the door.
Okay, the door is closed though.
I'm gonna smash the glass.
I mean,
I don't think you can.
Okay, you can try. How are you smashing the glass?
Gonna do a shoulder bash.
does the door not open from the other side, or is it locked both ways?
It is locked both ways. Yes.
Damn it.
So, are you really going to try to do a shoulder smash?
Yes.
Okay,
Wait,
roll
wait,
me.
Is it
I'm pretty sure it's bulletproof glass.
Roll me
Okay, that's
might.
fine.
Yeah, you break your arm, you fucking idiot.
Now the adept, try this.
All right, I hooked the key. I hit the key cracker back up to the door.
Wait,
Yeah,
how tough is this door?
this isn't just glass, motherfucker. This is like bulletproof acrylite.
It's plexiglass.
I'm gonna do.
You can't just shoulder smash that shit.
I'm gonna do some regeneration to try and see if I can heal my shoulder.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while to heal that shoulder. Yeah, I'm gonna roll some damage for you.
If your arm's broken, give me the box.
He was committed to smashing that door.
Yeah, you take 4 damage. No, you have to take more than 4. You take 10 damage, and
You can
For
And also, you're not going to be able to use that arm for anything big in a while. Just find things with your hands. Because you're an actual idiot.
The die rolled 4, and I'm gonna take 4 damage.
No, I say you take 10 damage.
And I say it's going to be broken for 4 weeks.
I say you roll that die, and then we decide.
Yes, that because I can do that. Yeah.
He didn't roll.
Yeah,
he didn't say he
that's
rolled
fair.
this for damage. He said that it's how long it's going to be broken for.
The 3 cops are actually approaching the very same door that your keypad thing is now operating on, and they still can't see you.
Do I have enough time to remove it really quickly? Or just like yank it out? Like do we have
You
enough-
could do that. Oh, by the way, give me Julius, give me a will roll.
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't spit out the cube from the pane. That's very good. Yeah, you can still rip it off. It's no problem.
All right, yeah. I take it out and I'm gonna duck to the side of the door.
Same.
You're not even there, Grice.
Do I have any weapons on me?
Then where the fuck am I?
You only have the you have one portion of the knockout stuff.
All right.
Yeah, the cops they're going there and they're fucking frantically hitting the fucking keypad, and the door opens.
All right. I'm gonna watch see what they do.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
rush
yeah, they
right
go
until
through
they go,
the door, obviously, all 3 of them.
and then I'm gonna rush behind them. And
yeah, yeah.
Go
well,
through the door while it's still open and they're going through it.
Yeah. Like after they come in, we go through the other side.
Excellent. They're now heading down the corridor into some sort of probably safe room. And where are you going?
We're gonna take our gear that was left in the room, and then hightail it to the back door.
What gear that was left in the room? There's no gear that was left in the room.
Okay.
What's the nearest entrance that the nearest exit that we know about? Rather, actually, no. We should still go back through the back. The front still has the armed guard. So yeah,
It's
we
actually
head back
pretty
towards-
close. The back.
Yeah, heading that way.
Okay. Yeah, you can leave through the back door, and you meet up with Donovan, with Vladimir and Dollmaker. And yeah, you're now all outside and invisible, and you have the black
Alright.
box.
To the kebab truck.
Did we?
You
bring
just
the-
spit out the cube.
It's
I-
okay, it's a
I-
black box. It can handle some damage.
I assume that I took it out of my mouth as soon as we got out.
Yeah, but now the cameras can see it, though.
You wanker!
It's fine, just get the hell out. These are
yeah.
anti-corp stealth.
Let's just go.
Yeah, I pick the box back up in my robot hand and then hurry back to the kebab truck.
No, put it back in your mouth first. We don't want a floating black box going to the kebab truck.
But we do want a truck driving by itself.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's not too strange in Shadowrun, to be fair. Though.
Yeah, I'm just.
There
That's
are
strange for me, okay.
self-driving kebab trucks in Shadowrun.
They don't self-serve.
This is now canon.
yep. It's fine.
Yeah, the cube tastes a bit dirty because it was on the ground. But yeah, you head back to the kebab truck. And there is still a huge earthquake going on everywhere, and people are shouting and crying, and there's some.
How much did this fucking talisman cost? Jesus.
Yeah, what the hell did you do?
And there's a roof shingles crashing in. There's actually a couple buildings that almost seem like they're going to tip over, because of course the architecture of Paris isn't designed to withstand earthquakes on account of there being any earthquakes there rarely ever. Yeah, there's a massive panic. Like cracks appear in the asphalt. And it appears to you that it's almost as though the building behind you was sinking into the ground.
They'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, look, we can't do anything about that now. That's just not great.
Okay, I'm gonna have a meeting with Papa about this and talk to him like you could have told me he was an insane spirit.
No, that's this. If that was the spirit, that's the spirit you need to be talking to.
So yeah, you're now all in the kebab truck. What are you doing?
We really are the fucking dirty pair.
I hope. Okay, I'm gonna ask Grace later to check if the coffee guy fucking died, and I hope he is.
No, the secret.
Constantine is concerned that he just brought devastation on the town. He doesn't want to talk to you. This is bad karma. This is bad juju.
No,
Wait, really? He cares about this?
Fine.
That's surprising.
get the fuck out.
Done,
I-
done a lot of
This is bad juju.
I carefully take the black box out of my mouth, and then say, "Someone who can drive the fuck out of this place because a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
earthquake is going on."
I'm on it. I get back. I'm driving the truck back to the meetup point for Nemo and Patrice. I'm
The Nautilus.
taking a bit of the what?
The Nautilus.
Nautilus.
Yeah. I'm taking sort of a longer route than necessary, just so I could like loop around a couple of places a few times, just to make sure
Was
we're
that
not
the
being tracked.
location we were told to go to, not some kind of safe house?
No, you just go back to the Nautilus.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, driving there.
Yeah. Over there. Nemo is already expecting you. I mean, he's always in his office, and he seems very happy when you put down the black box. Excellent. I will let Madame Petit know about this. Please do return all the equipment. There's a lot of evidence that needs to be planted.
Of course.
Here you go. Any chance I could keep this suit? No.
No, unfortunately, no. We need it to plant evidence.
You're such a tease, Nemo.
I have to ask, how much does one of those charms cost?
I do not know. I did not buy them.
He's very
But
expensive.
from what I hear in the news feeds, I assume the earthquake that was you.
No, it was Ascorp.
I have a question. Was the real purpose of this mission to start a corporate war?
Well, I presume so. It is better for us when the big guys are fighting, is it not?
Did he not respond to me saying it was Ascorp? Wink.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
It would be very interesting.
I hate this guy.
If
I don't want his
the
hat
corporate-
anymore. Fuck him.
The corporate war is an
He will
interesting
get no
part
rum
to
from me.
work in.
What are you saying, Vladimir?
The corporate war is a very interesting environment to work in.
Oh, it certainly is, my friends. The cause will benefit greatly. Be on the lookout from assignments for Miss Victoria, and of course, Madame Petit will want to work with you again, I believe. And he hands
as long as you're the fixer, I'm fine with it.
He hands you 4 cred sticks. And yeah, that's that.